All right.
Please be seated. Good morning. This is the 2 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar for May 27th, 2026. The court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of the month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what your release conditions are, and any bond amount required. I will not read all your release conditions to each of you. That is your responsibility, but I may point out a few depending on your case. You're all here today on criminal matters. That means you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. This hearing is being recorded. It is also being broadcast live. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. There may be victims watching the live stream, so I will read the victim rights advisement and then we will begin with your hearing. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law, that among others include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll now begin with your hearings, and I'll call you in one at a time. When it is your turn, please come stand at the podium in the center of the room and speak into the microphone. I will call a second person's name to have a seat in the chairs right there by the door so that we can move quickly. Once in a while, I may need to pause the hearing to handle warrants. So please do not enter the hearing room unless your name has been called. Just remain seated in that chair. At the end of your hearing, you'll be provided with some paperwork. On this paperwork, we'll have all the information I'm about to share you. It's important paperwork. It has the location of your next hearing and the date, as well as your attorney's phone number and those release conditions that you need to review if you're eligible for release. So hold on to your paperwork. It is important for you to have. We'll begin today with Corey Dance. Please come to the podium, and after that will be Albert Bowie. Have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Corey Dance, 11/7/79.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. In the new case, it was alleged you may have committed aggravated assault, domestic violence, impeding breathing, which is a Class 4 felony, one count assault as a misdemeanor, and one count disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Under Arizona law, you are still eligible for release on this matter. It is a cash-only appearance bond of $150,000 due to the nature of the allegation, and there would be electronic monitoring. However, you are also on a probation, and under your probation case, an attorney has also been appointed for you. Those new allegations result in a Term 1 violation of your probation. And so that's any new alleged criminal activity. So an attorney has been appointed for you, and your probation hearing will be June 3rd at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. Due to the nature of the new allegations in the Term 1 violation, you're not eligible for release under the Arizona Criminal Rule 7.2c because you are most likely to receive a period of incarceration. So don't pay that bond, even if you're able to, until you see your probation judge and they make a determination about what will happen next. Please take your paperwork, sir. Albert Bowie, please come to the podium. Olivia Overstreet, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Albert Bowie, 06/21/1990.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging aggravated assault as a Class 3 felony and disorderly conduct or fighting as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release under a secured appearance bond of $50,000, and then you would have electronic monitoring that restricts where and when you can go places. If you're able to post your bond, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainant. I do understand that that is your residence, and so if necessary, you may ask law enforcement to go with you one time to retrieve necessary things like medication, identification, or clothing. You are also not to have any contact with the alleged victim's siblings or next of kin. You are not to have any weapons, consume or possess alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and that includes things like marijuana, THC, or CBD products as well. If an order of protection is issued against you, be sure to comply with that court order. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Olivia Overstreet, please come to the podium. Xavier Miranda, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Olivia Victoria Overstreet, 9/15/80.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on two matters. It looks like you failed to go to a status conference on the in 2025. So you already have an attorney in that case. Your next hearing is now set for June 2nd. 8:30 in the morning. When you fail to appear, a warrant was issued for your arrest, and it does carry a $5,000 bond. And then you had a second case where you didn't go to your probation non-witness violation hearing, and that was also back in 2025. So again, an attorney was already appointed for you, and when you failed to appear, they did issue a warrant. This one carries a $10,000 cash-only bond. So together, you have $15,000 in cash-only bond. If you're able to post your bonds, make sure you go to your two hearings for your probation and your other matter. If you cannot post your bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearings.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork, ma'am. Thank you. Xavier Miranda, please come to the podium. Juan Herrera, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Xavier Miranda, September 17, 2000.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged that you had a weapon and you're prohibited from having one. That is a Class 4 felony. Also, disorderly conduct with a weapon, alleged as a Class 6 felony. Assault and then preventing someone from contacting emergency services with a telephone, those are both alleged as misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release under a secured appearance bond of $15,000. If you're able to post this bond, follow your release conditions carefully, and they do include that you're not to have any physical contact with the alleged victim. However, you may reside with the alleged victim if the alleged victim consents. If they do not consent or they revoke their consent while this case is pending, then you must immediately find an alternative residence and provide proof of that to the next court.
Okay.
If that were to happen, one civil standby is also ordered, and that means you may call law enforcement to go with you as an escort to retrieve necessary things like medication, identification, or clothing. Don't go there alone if the alleged victim has not consented. Also, if an order of protection is issued against you, be sure to follow that order of protection. All of this is written out on your paperwork, and if you have questions, you do have an attorney. Their phone number is also on your paperwork.
All right.
All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Juan Herrera, please come to the podium. Darius Goodrum, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Juan Gabriel Herrera, July 24, 1981.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It is alleged that you committed aggravated assault against first responders, which is a Class 5 felony. Also resisting arrest passively as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release under a secured appearance bond of $15,000. If you are able to post your bond, make sure you follow the release conditions. They're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, no physical contact with the alleged victims, no weapons, no alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And if you are not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you.
Darius Goodrum, please come to the podium. Shejin Saulo Chase, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Darius Goodrum, 10/19/97.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case alleging that you had drug paraphernalia in your possession as a Class 6 felony. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney for you, and your next hearing is June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. You do have a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If you are able to post that bond, follow your release conditions carefully, including no drugs without a valid prescription and do not leave the state. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork. Thank you, sir. Shejin Saulo Chase, please come to the podium. Hector Gonzalez, have a seat by the door, please.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Please say your name and date of birth.
Shayton Solid Chase, 09/18/2001.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first matter you have is, you only have one matter. It is a probation violation warrant alleging that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15. So your whereabouts have been unknown since October of 2025. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing in probation court is June 3rd, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. When you fail to appear and they issued this warrant, it has a $5,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post the bond, call your probation officer right away and go to your hearing. Follow your terms of probation. If you're not able to post the bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Hector Gonzalez, please come to the podium. Ashley Fisher, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Hector Gonzalez, January 27th, 1995.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because you failed to go to two of your cases. The first one was a probation case, and that was back on April 27th. So you have an attorney already. Your next hearing is June 2nd, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. It carries a $1,000 bond. Your other matter was a new case, and you didn't go to your status conference on the 27th. So you already have an attorney. Now your next hearing date will also be June 2nd, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. It also carries a $1,000 bond. So if you're able to post your $2,000 secured appearance bond, call your probation officer and go to your two hearings. They're in the same building, but different courtrooms. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing.
Okay.
All right. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Ashley Fisher, please come to the podium. Juan Ibarra, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Ashley Fisher, 4/17/96.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. In the new case, it was alleged that you committed 2 counts of shoplifting with an artifice, that's a Class 4 felony, and then 2 counts of shoplifting taking goods out of a store as a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. On your new case, you do have a $1,000 secured appearance bond. Your other matter here today is an arrest warrant, and it's alleging that back in February, you were arrested, and now the state is bringing charges against you for organized retail theft, and that's a Class 4 felony. So an attorney has also been appointed for you there, and your next hearing will be June 2nd, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. This warrant carried a $1,000 bond. So together you are looking at $2,000. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you comply with the release conditions. They do include no drugs without a valid prescription, and that also includes THC, CBD, or those type of products. If you are not able to post your bonds, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. All right, please take your paperwork, ma'am. Thank you. Juan Ibarra, please come to the podium. Alan Ibarra, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Juan Ibarra, 2/24/1982.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because of a family court warrant. So it is a purge warrant, meaning that you must pay the cash amount in order to be released. There is not an attorney appointed for you. Your cash purge is $750. You have a hearing set for June 2nd at 10 a.m. So if you're able to post your cash purge amount, make sure you still go to your hearing. If you cannot post your cash purge, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Alan Ibarra, please come to the podium. Ryan Wakwa, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Alan Ibarra, July 11, 1995.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on 2 probation violation warrants. It is alleged that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. An attorney has been appointed for you in both matters, and your hearings are set for June 3rd at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. You do have bond on both warrants. One of them is $400. The other one is $150. So that's $550 secured, meaning you can use a bond company. If you're able to post your bond, call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your hearing. Follow your terms of conditions of probation. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ryan Wakwa, please come to the podium. Justin Terracina, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Ryan Wakwa, July 28, 2001.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on 3 matters. The first one is a new case. On your new case, it was alleged that you had drug paraphernalia in your possession. That's a Class 6 felony. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. There's a $50 placeholder bond set for this because you have bond in your other matters. So just to make sure that you get transported to this hearing and don't get a failure to appear, that's why that's set. Your other matters are both probation violation warrants. They are alleging that you violated terms 1, 3, and 5 of your probation. So attorneys have been appointed for you in those 2 matters. Your next hearing is June 3rd, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. One of them carried a $150 bond. Actually, they both did. So that's $300 for probation. So altogether, you have $350 in secured appearance bond. If you're able to post your bond, call your probation officer, follow your terms of probation, and go to your 2 hearings for your new case and your probation case. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Justin Terracina, please come to the podium. Mallory Cantrell, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Justin Terracina, August 19th, 1984.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because of a probation violation warrant. It's alleged you violated terms 3 and 5 and that you failed to report after sentencing in November of last year. So an attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing is now June 3rd at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. When you fail to go and they issued this warrant, it does carry a $150 bond. If you're able to post the bond, call your probation officer. Their number is going to be on your paperwork, and go to your hearing. If you're not able to post the bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Mallory Cantrell, please come to the podium. And then Jonathan Pridgeon, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Maricopa County, 9/14/86.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here on a probation violation warrant alleging that you violated terms 3 and 5 and that your whereabouts have been unknown since last July. So an attorney has been appointed for you and your next hearing is now June 3rd, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. You are eligible for release under a $100 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post that bond, call your probation officer and go to your hearing. Follow your terms and conditions of probation. If you cannot post the bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, ma'am. Thank you. And we'll need to pause for 1 moment for a DUI warrant. We will resume. Mr. Jonathan Pridgeon, please come to the podium, and then Frediberto Bernal, have a seat by the door, please. Right here in the center, please. Oh, you were right. You were going to the right place. Okay. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Jonathan Pridgeon, April 16, 1986.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on 2 matters. The first one's a new case alleging you had dangerous drugs in your possession. That's a Class 4 felony. And also drug paraphernalia. That's a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 11th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today under the supervision of your probation officer. Your other matter here today is your probation case. So because of this new alleged Term 1 violation, you do have a probation violation. An attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing in your probation case is sooner. It's June 3rd. And then you're also still going to be released to the supervision of your probation officer. So in a few hours, when you are released from here, call your probation officer, let them know about your hearing dates, June 3rd and June 11th. Follow your terms of probation and go to your hearing. If you don't go to both your hearings, they will issue warrants for your arrest. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Please take your paperwork, sir. Frediberto Bernal, please come to the podium. And then after that will be Joshua McMullen. Please have a seat by the door. Thank you. Please say your name and date of birth.
Roberto Bernal, May 14, 1963.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It was alleged you had narcotic drugs in your possession. That's a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. An attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing date is June 11th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. You are going to be released today under pretrial services. So in a few hours, when you are released, and just so you know, there is a Glendale warrant out for you, but I don't know if they're going to come get you or not. So if you do get released in a few hours, call pretrial services and connect with them. You're going to get an envelope with your paperwork. Don't lose it. Stay connected. Go to your next hearing. Otherwise, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Please
Thank
take
you.
your paperwork. Joshua McMullen, please come to the podium. Alicia Cisneros, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Joshua McMullen, February 13th, 1996.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on what's called a direct complaint. So what happened is in August of last year, you may have been arrested for dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. The state has now brought charges against you, and they tried to mail you a summons, but it didn't reach you, so they issued a warrant for your arrest. So an attorney has now been appointed for you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on June 11th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today on your promise to go to that hearing, because I understand you just didn't get the summons.
Yeah,
So make sure you go to that hearing, or they'll issue another warrant for you, and it will carry bond.
thank you.
All right, please take your paperwork.
You have a great day.
Thank you. Alicia Cisneros, please come to the podium.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Alicia Cisneros, October 3rd, 1991.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a justice court warrant alleging that you were driving without a valid license. This is a failure to appear from a little while ago, and so no counsel is going to be appointed for you. You can hire an attorney or you can represent yourself. Your next hearing will be at the South Mountain Justice Court on June 10th at 9 in the morning. You are going to be released in a few hours on your promise to go to that hearing. I've also included South Mountain Justice Court's phone number on your paperwork. Even though you're about to be released, this warrant is not resolved. So you could be rearrested. So it's in your best interest to call South Mountain, figure out what you need to do, make sure you go to that hearing and get it resolved so it's not still outstanding.
Okay.
All right.
I do have just one question. During the time that I was supposed to receive my summing, I was in the hospital. I have my paperwork. I was there for a whole week, and that's basically why I missed. I have 2 broken ribs.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So I'm not asking you for any bond today.
Okay.
The warrant, though, that is out for you, just so you know, it does carry a $500 bond normally, but I figured there was a reason why you hadn't made it there, and it was pretty recent. So just make sure you go. Make sure you contact South Mountain, because it's still an outstanding warrant until you get it resolved.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Please take your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We do have 3 individuals that we will see as house calls. And it is not my intention to return to this recording, so if there are any changes to these orders, they will be reflected on the written document. The first person is Jennifer Sugary, and she is exhibiting bizarre behavior. Date of birth 1/27/82, here on a new case alleging aggravated assault, class 4 felony, and regular assault as a misdemeanor. An attorney has been appointed for her. Her next hearing is downtown Phoenix, June 2nd, 8:30 in the morning. She does have a secured first bond, $2,500, as well as PSA with drug testing and monitoring. She does have release conditions. She needs to contact her case manager within 24 hours of her release from custody if she's able to post bond. The next person is Andre Jones, date of birth 2/27/1985, and he is, I don't know what this means, ADSEG.
It's a security segregation for protection.
Okay. So
For safety.
security separation. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he's here because of dangerous drugs in his possession, which is a class 4 felony. An attorney has been appointed to him, and his next hearing is June 2nd, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. It was a direct complaint, meaning that the offense happened back in January, but the state has now brought charges, and it does carry a $500 bond. He is also on probation, so if he's able to post his bond, he does need to follow his regular standard terms and conditions of probation, which is calling his probation officer within 72 hours. His second matter is that term 1 violation of probation, which was triggered by the direct complaint. An attorney has been appointed. His next hearing is June 3rd, 8:30 in the morning, and he has a $50 bond set on that. The next matter we have is Mr. Dean Rust, who is unable to function, date of birth 2/26/1967. This is a new Superior Court case alleging aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is a class 3 felony, aggravated driving under the influence, which is a class 4 felony, and then endangerment, which is alleged as a misdemeanor. This court found probable cause, appointed an attorney, and his next hearing is June 2nd, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. He is eligible for release under a $5,000 secured appearance bond with pretrial services, alcohol testing and monitoring, and electronic monitoring. He must comply with all directives of the Arizona Department of Child Safety, but he is allowed to return home. He just cannot have any weapons, possess or consume any drugs or alcohol, and no other type of weapons. He does need to obey any order of protection if one is issued and served on him. And I will explain those to Mr. Rust. This is our last person for the 2 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar. At this time, the court stands in recess until 5 a.m.
All right. Ready up.
Thank you. Please be seated. Okay. We do have an ASL interpreter, so if Ms. Valdereras would like to enter the courtroom so she can have the interpretation begin for her. Yep. And if she wants to come over to that screen, that is fine. Here? Okay. All right, thank you. Good morning. This is the 5 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar for May 27th, 2026. The court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of the month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what your release conditions are, and any bond amount required. I will not read all the release conditions for each of you. That is your responsibility to review, but I may point out a few depending on your case. You're all here today on criminal matters. That means you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. This hearing is being recorded. It is also being broadcast live. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. There may be victims watching the live stream, so I will read the victim rights advisement, and then we will begin with your hearing. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll now begin the hearing. I'll call you in one at a time. When it is your turn, please come to the podium and speak into the microphone. I will call a second person's name to have a seat in those chairs by the door. At the end of your hearing, you'll be provided with some paperwork that has all the information that I'm about to give you written out. This is important paperwork. It has the date, time, location of your next hearing, as well as your attorney's phone number. It also has those release conditions that you need to review. Please hold on to your paperwork. We'll begin today with Nicole Balderas, and then the second person will be Alexander Byrne. Please have a seat in those chairs. Ms. Balderas, please say your name and date of birth.
Nicole Balderas, July 30th, 93.
Thank you, Ms. Balderas. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today under the supervision of your probation officer. It's very important for you to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release today. It's also important for you to follow the term of your probation and to go to your next hearing on June 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. All of this information is on the paperwork they are going to hand you. Okay. Go ahead and please take your paperwork.
Great, thank you.
Okay. And
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Your
Ms.
Honor.
Morris, for being here today.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Okay. Mr. Byrne, please come to the podium. After that will be Luis Ramirez Munoz. Please have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Alexander Brennan, 1704.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It is alleged that you may have committed one count of murder in the first degree, which is a Class 1 felony. Also, one count of child abuse, which is a Class 2 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Under Arizona law, you are still eligible for release. Your bond is set at $1 million cash, and you would have electronic monitoring and house arrest. You do have other release conditions, the most important of which is to have no contact with the co-defendant, as well as no contact with any alleged victim, and that includes the decedents or incapacitated victims, next of kin, or other persons entitled to victims' rights. This applies whether you are in custody or out of custody. And if you were to violate that, it may create a situation where you're not eligible for bail going forward. Please review your paperwork carefully. Your attorney's phone number is on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork, sir. Luis Ramirez Munoz, please come to the podium. And then Jeffrey De Domenico, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Luis Andres Ramirez Munoz, April 10, 2001.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging kidnapping, which is a Class 2 felony, and aggravated assault, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Under Arizona law, you are eligible for release. It is under a cash-only appearance bond of $150,000 with electronic monitoring. If you are able to post the bond, you do have conditions on your release. They do include no contact with the alleged victim, witness, or complainant, do not possess weapons, possess or consume alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. If an order of protection is issued against you, be sure to comply with that court order. The no victim contact order does apply whether you are in custody or out of custody. If you were to violate that while you're in custody, new charges may still be brought and you would no longer be eligible for release. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you, John.
Jeffrey De Domenico, please come to the podium. Rory Jefferson, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Jeff DiDomenico, April 8th, 1979.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging burglary in the 3rd degree, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release under a secured appearance bond of $1,500 with electronic monitoring. If you're able to post your bond, be sure to let pretrial services know about any commitments or obligations that they need to program into your monitoring device. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. While this case is pending, you are not to possess weapons, possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. If an order of protection or injunction against harassment is issued against you and served on you, be sure to comply with those court orders. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Rory Jefferson, please come to the podium. Brandon Garlish, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Rory Jefferson, 10/3/1982.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. They are both probation violation warrants. They are alleging that you violated terms 3 and 5. An attorney has been appointed for you in both cases, and your next hearing for both is on June 3rd at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. You have your normal terms and conditions of probation, and you do have a $500 bond on each. So that's $1,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to pay it, call your probation officer when you're released and go to your hearing. If you're not able to post it, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brandon Garlish, please come to the podium. Samuel Gaylord, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Brandon Garland, September 30th, 1988.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because you failed to go to your sentencing hearing back in December. You already have an attorney in your case. Now you have a new hearing date. It will be on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. You're still eligible for release, but when you fail to appear, they issued a warrant for you. It's a cash-only bond of $1,000. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you follow your release conditions. They're the same as before, and go to your next hearing.
Yes.
If you can't post your bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing.
Yes.
Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Samuel Gaylord, please come to the podium. Isaiah Batista, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
My name is Samuel Joseph Gaylord. I was born 12/14/1987.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because you failed to go to your status conference on the 22nd. So you already have an attorney appointed for you. Now you have a new hearing date, and that will be June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. You're still eligible for release. You have the same release conditions, but now you do have a $1,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you go to your next hearing. If not, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Isaiah Batista, please come to the podium. John Madison, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Isaiah Patrick Batiste, 125/93.
Thank you, sir. You're here today because you failed to go to your status conference on the 30th of last month. You have an attorney already in your case. Now you have a new hearing date. It'll be downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. When you failed to appear, they did issue a warrant for your arrest. It carries a $1,000 secured appearance bond, but otherwise your release conditions remain the same. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you go to your next hearing. If not, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. John Madison, please come to the podium. Justin Ensminger, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
John Madison, October 28th, 1976.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one's a probation violation warrant alleging that you violated terms 6, 7, 11, 12, 15B, 15BB, C, and D. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is June 3rd, 8:30 in the morning. When they issued this petition to revoke your probation, they did put a bond and it's $500. Your other matter here today is a justice court warrant, and this is a failure to pay warrant from 2015 out of White Tank Justice Court. So because you have that probation bond, I did put a $50 placeholder just in case you're not able to pay your probation warrant. You'll get transported to both hearings. The one in White Tank is on June 1st at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
If you're able to post your $50 bond and your probation bond, make sure you take yourself to both of your hearings. Also, this warrant out of White Tank, even though you may be able to post bond for it, it doesn't resolve it. It will be outstanding until you contact them. So I've included their phone number for you as well to get this issue resolved so you don't keep getting arrested for this old one.
Thank you.
All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Justin Ensminger, please come to the podium. Otis Cornelius, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Justin Ross, Ensminger, 09/19/1994.
Thank you, sir. You're here now today for a municipal court warrant alleging disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor. An attorney has been appointed for you in the matter of bond. If you're able to post the bond, you'll need to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. Your next hearing is at Buckeye Municipal Court on June 3rd at 1 in the afternoon. Your bond is set at $500 secured. If you're able to post this bond, make sure you follow your release conditions that do include obey any orders of protection that may have been served on you. If you're not able to post this bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported out to Buckeye for that hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Otis Cornelius, please come to the podium. Jacob Nyberg, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Otis Levi Cornelius, my date of birth, 10/11/68.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a municipal court warrant alleging disorderly conduct or fighting. This is a pre-adjudication domestic violence warrant, and so this court is going to affirm it. You will have an attorney appointed for you. Your next hearing is at Tolleson Municipal Court on June 1st at 8:30 in the morning. Your bond is set at $500. You have the regular domestic violence release conditions, so review them. No contact with any alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants, and obey any orders of protection that might be issued against you. Please take your paperwork, sir. Jacob Nyberg, please come to the podium, and then we'll go back to Artemisia Baptiste. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jacob Robert Nyberg, May 25th, 2005.
Thank you, sir. You're here because you failed to go to your status conference on the 22nd of this month. So you already have an attorney in your case. Your next hearing will be June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. When you failed to appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest, and now it does carry bond. It's $250 secured. If you're able to post the bond, make sure you go to your next hearing. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Please come to the podium in the center of the room. Because you were not in the gallery, I'm going to let you know you're here today on a criminal matter, so you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. This hearing is being recorded. It is also being broadcast live. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. Please say your name and date of birth.
Arnisha Baptist, 09/17/01.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a new case. It is alleged you may have committed one count of murder in the first degree, which is a Class 1 felony. Also, one count of child abuse, which is a Class 2 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for release under Arizona law. Your bond is set at $1 million cash only with an electronic monitoring and house arrest. If you are able to post your bond, you will need to follow the release conditions carefully. Whether you are in or out of custody, one of your conditions is that you're not to have any contact with the alleged victim, and that does include the decedents, next of kin, or people who are entitled to the victim's rights under this case. You're not to possess any weapons, possess or consume alcohol, drugs without a valid prescription, and you must obey any order of protection that might be issued against you. Your attorney's phone number is on your paperwork. It's on the second page. If you have questions, that's the person you should ask. Please take your paperwork, ma'am. Matthew Livermore, please come to the podium. Timothy Cook, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Matthew R. Livermore, 8/15/81.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on an arrest warrant. It is alleging that in October of 2025, you may have had dangerous drugs in your possession, which is a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. The state has now brought charges against you. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is June 11th at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
You are going to be released today on your promise to go to that hearing. If you don't appear at the hearing, they will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Okay.
All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Timothy Cook, please come to the podium. Ivana Yazi, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Timothy Cook, October 6, 2005.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging organized retail theft as a Class 4 felony. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney for you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 11th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today on your promise to go to that hearing. If you fail to attend the hearing, they will issue a warrant for your arrest that does carry bond. Part of your release conditions are, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged complainant or witness or arresting officer or co-defendant. Make sure you go to your hearing or else you'll end up back here on another warrant, okay? All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Ivana Yazi, please come to the podium. Adrian Martinez Tejada, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Ivana Yazi, 2/16/86.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on an arrest warrant. So what is being alleged is that in July of 2023, you may have committed 2 counts of aggravated driving under the influence, which is a Class 4 felony. The state is now bringing these charges against you. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on June 11th at 8:30 in the morning. You are going to be released today under what's called pretrial services. So you'll need to call them within 72 hours of your release. They are going to set up for you random illegal drug and alcohol testing so you can prove to the court that you can remain sober. Between now and then, follow your release conditions, and that does include do not possess or consume any alcohol or any drugs without a valid prescription. That includes CBD, THC, or marijuana. And then make sure you go to your hearing. So all of this is written out on your paperwork. Please take your paperwork.
Thank you.
Approved list for in-person.
Good morning. This is
Good morning.
Commissioner
My name is
Gentry in the initial appearance court.
Yes, good morning. My name is Italo, interpreter ID 3720.
Thank you. I need to ask before we begin if you will swear or affirm that you will directly translate my words from English to Spanish and the defendant's words from Spanish to English exactly as we say them or as best as you can.
I do, Commissioner.
Thank you. We'll begin. Mr. Martinez Tejada, please come to the podium.
Señor Martínez Tejada, por favor, acérquese al podium.
Okay.
Please wait for the interpreter to finish speaking before you speak.
Okay. Thank you.
Asegúrese de poder esperar a que el intérprete finalice de hablar para que usted pueda responder.
Okay. Because you are here today on a criminal matter, you do have the right to remain silent.
Debido a que usted se encuentra acá por un asunto de carácter criminal, usted tiene el derecho de permanecer en silencio.
Anything you say or do may be held against you.
Cualquier cosa que usted diga o haga pudiese ser usado en su contra.
This hearing is being recorded and it is also being broadcast live.
Esta audiencia está siendo grabada y también está siendo transmitida en vivo.
You are here, or please say your name and your date of birth.
Adrián Martínez
Por favor, diga su
Tejeda.
nombre.
Oh. Adrián Martínez Tejeda.
¿Y cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
Oh. 9/8/76.
Okay.
Elian Martínez Tejeda,
Yes.
09/08/1976.
Sí.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Since we have a Spanish language interpreter, it is all right for you to answer in Spanish.
Muchas gracias. Recuerde que debido a que tenemos a un intérprete de español, usted puede contestar en español.
Okay. You are here today on a new case.
Usted se encuentra acá debido a un nuevo caso.
It was alleged that you left an accident that had the result of death. That is a Class 3 felony.
Se ha documentado de que usted se retiró de un accidente en el cual hubo una fatalidad y esto se caracteriza como una falta de clase 3.
So this court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you.
Esta corte entonces ha encontrado una causa probable y entonces ha buscado que se le asigne un abogado para que pueda ayudarle.
Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, and that is on June 11th at 8:30 in the morning.
Su siguiente audiencia se celebrará en el centro de Phoenix el día 11 de junio a las 8:30 de la mañana.
You are going to be released today on your promise to go to that hearing.
El día de hoy se le brindará la libertad con la promesa de que usted asista a esa audiencia.
You do have release conditions, and they do include that you are not to leave the state of Arizona.
Hay condiciones para esta liberación, la cual es de que usted no salga del estado de Arizona.
Okay. Will you promise to go to your next hearing?
Yes.
¿Promete usted asistir a su próxima audiencia? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This information is all on your paperwork.
Okay. Thank you.
Toda esta
Please take
información
your
se
paperwork.
encuentra en sus documentos. Por favor, tome los documentos.
Okay. Thank you for the interpreter. We appreciate your assistance to the court. This was our only Spanish language defendant.
Yes, I thank you for calling Lionbridge. Have a good day.
We do have one matter as a house call, and this is Miss Carrie Marie Winter. She is not able to be in the hearing room because she's being combative. Her date of birth is 3/26/1999. She has three matters. The first one is a new justice court case alleging assault as a misdemeanor. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney for her because it is a domestic violence case. Her next hearing is at the Arrowhead Justice Court on June 16th at 2 p.m. She is going to be released today under the supervision of her probation officer with the regular domestic violence release conditions, so no contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants, no weapons, no alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and she must obey any order of protection that might be issued against her. Her other two matters are her probation cases. Because of the new alleged criminal activity, it did trigger Term 1 violations. So on both of those, she has an attorney appointed for her, and her next probation hearings are June 3rd, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. Again, she is going to be released under the supervision of her probation officer, so she needs to call them within 72 hours and follow her normal terms and conditions of probation. I will explain this to her in where she is at. It is not my intention to change this order, but if there is a change, it will be reflected on the written order. It is not my intention to return to this recording. So at this time, the 5 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar is in recess until 8 a.m.
All right.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning. This is the time set for the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar on May 27th, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I will call you each one at a time to the podium. I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair outside of this room. I will let you know what you are here for, if I have appointed an attorney, if you have a bond, and what your release conditions are. We will also go over the victim's rights advisement. If you're the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. If we could have Desmond Hurley to the podium and Davey Vogel to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Desmond Hurley, January 16th, 1989.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on two cases. They're both from the Pinal County Superior Court with allegations that you violated your probation. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. I'm going to set a hearing in Pinal County on June 1st at 8:30 in the morning. You are being held non-bondable on these cases, so you will remain in custody and they'll transport you to Pinal for those hearings. Did you have any questions?
So I'll be in custody until my next trial date?
Until your next hearing with Pinal County, yes, sir.
So that'll be till June 1st?
Your hearing is set June 1st in Pinal County. Okay, if you'd like to step to your left, the officer will get that for you. Davey Vogel to the podium. Randolph Sanchez to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Davey Vogel, 5/28/88.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a new case. It is for one count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony, and one count of driving with a license that was suspended, revoked, or canceled, a class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have 3 hearings coming up. You're going to have a status conference June 2nd at 8:30, an evidentiary hearing June 3rd at 1:30, and a preliminary hearing June 4th at 8:30. At the time of this alleged offense, you were out on felony release for a different case that you have pending, and because of that, you're not eligible for bond today. The time set to determine if you'll be eligible for bond is at the evidentiary hearing on June 3rd at 1:30. So what that means is you will remain in custody until at least that time. Did you have any questions, ma'am? Please take a step to your left, and the officer will get that for you. Randolph Sanchez to the podium. Keyshawn Roberts to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Randolph Sanchez,
And your date of birth, sir?
10/2/86.
Thank you. You are here today on a warrant from the Apache County Superior Court. It does indicate that it relates to a warrant for theft means of transportation. This issued on September 16th of 2025. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a hearing in the Apache County Superior Court on June 1st at 8:30. In this case, you do have a secured appearance bond of $10,000. In the event you were to post that bond and be released from custody, you would have written conditions. You're not to possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. But it would also be your responsibility to get yourself to that hearing that will take place in Apache County. If you fail to appear at that hearing, a warrant would issue for your arrest and you'd forfeit the bond. If you're unable to post that bond, you will be transported to Apache County for that hearing. Did you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
If you'll take a step to your left, the officer will get that for you.
All right.
Keyshawn Roberts to the podium. Abel to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Sean Roberts, 10/13/07.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of robbery, a class 4 felony, on 1 count of assault, a class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have 2 hearings coming up. You're going to have a status conference June 2nd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 4th at 8:30. In this case, you do have a secured appearance bond of $5,000. In the event you post that bond and are released from custody, you do have written conditions. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. If you do live with the alleged victim, you may contact law enforcement for 1 civil standby if you need to collect any belongings from that location. This will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Please take a step to your left. The officer will get that for you. Abel to the podium and Chandler to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Abel Nakaratimana, February 13, 1997.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on 2 cases. You are here today on a new case as well as a warrant from the Peoria Municipal Court. Your new charge is for 1 count of aggravated DUI, a class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference June 2nd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 4th at 8:30. Those hearings will be in the downtown Superior Courthouse. As I mentioned, you have a second case on the calendar. That is the Peoria Municipal Court warrant. This warrant issued with allegations that you failed to appear at a hearing with an underlying charge of driving with a license that was suspended, revoked, or canceled. I'll appoint an attorney and set a hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court June 2nd at 9 a.m. In that case, you have a secured appearance bond of $500. On your new charges, you have a secured appearance bond of $2,500. So you have a total bond of $3,000. In the event you were to post that bond and be released, you would be released to the supervision of pretrial services, and you'd have alcohol testing and monitoring. You also have written conditions of release. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol, and you're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. This will be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Please take a step to your left, and the officer will get that for you. Chandler Cooper to the podium. Hypatia Searles to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Chandler Cooper, December 12th, 1999.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on 2 cases. They are both probation violation warrants with allegations that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15. I'm appointing an attorney and setting a probation revocation hearing June 3rd at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond of $500 in each case for a total bond of $1,000. In the event you were to post that bond and be released from custody, you would have written conditions of release. Some of those include not possessing weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release. This will be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions? Please take a step to your left, and the officer will get that for you. Ms. Searles to the podium. Ms. Martinez to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Hypatia Soros, 42892.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on 2 cases. They are both failure to appear bench warrants that were issued for you. It does look like they allege you failed to appear at a hearing related to your probation cases. I'm going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you and set a new probation hearing on June 3rd at 8:30. That does apply to both cases. You have a secured appearance bond of $250 in each case for a total bond of $500. In the event you post that bond and are released from custody, you have written conditions. You may not possess weapons or alcohol. You must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You'd also need to ensure that you attend all of your future hearings. If you fail to appear again, another warrant would issue, and then you'd also forfeit any bond that you may have posted. This will be in your paperwork, ma'am. Did you have any questions?
No.
Please take a step to your left, and the officer will get that for you. Ms. Martinez to the podium. Eric Mraz to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Kara Martinez, 21488.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for you related to a pending charge for aggravated assault on a first responder. I'm going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you and give you some new hearing dates. You have a status conference June 2nd at 8:30, a preliminary hearing June 4th at 8:30. In this case, you do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you post that bond and are released from custody, you do have written conditions. You're not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You're not to possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. You'll also need to ensure that you attend all of your future hearings. If you were to fail to appear again, another warrant would issue, and then you'd also forfeit any bond that you may have posted. This will all be in your paperwork, ma'am. Did you have any questions? If you take a step to your left, the officer will get that for you. The interpreter's ready? Okay, yeah. I'll do Eric, and then if we can move them up right under that. All right, if I could have Eric to the podium and Jose Sanchez to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Ed Veras, 12786.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for you with
Yeah.
allegations that you failed to appear at a hearing with an underlying charge of dangerous drugs and drug paraphernalia.
Yes.
I'm going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you and give you some new hearing dates. You are going to have a status conference June 2nd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 4th at 8:30. In this case, you do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you post that bond and are released from custody, you do have written conditions. You're not to possess any weapons, and you're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. You also need to make sure you attend all of your future hearings. If you fail to appear, another warrant would issue, and then you'd forfeit any bond that you may have posted.
Okay.
That'll be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Release?
You have a bond of $500.
Huh?
You have a bond of $500, and you would need to post that in order to be released from custody.
So what's the next court?
Your next hearing is on June 2nd at 8:30 in the morning.
So what's today's date?
Today is May 27th. Today is Wednesday. Your next hearing is Tuesday, next week.
So I'll be adjusted till I get the bond?
If you don't post a bond, you'll stay in custody until at least that next hearing, and they'll transport you to the hearing next Tuesday.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. If you step to your left, the officer will get that for you.
Okay.
And then, officers, can we hand Jose the headphones? And can I have Ramon Chavez to the chair? Good morning. May I get your name and date of birth?
Buenos días, José Luis Esquivel, 0728-82.
Good morning, Jose Esquivel, 072882.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on 2 cases. You're here on a new case, as well as your probation case. Your new charge is for one count of child abuse, a class 4 felony. And then because you were on probation at the time of this alleged offense, you're here on a term 1 probation violation. I am finding probable cause and appointing an attorney to represent you in these cases. You are going to have 3 hearings coming up. They are 3 days in a row next week. You're going to have a status conference June 2nd at 8:30, a probation revocation hearing June 3rd at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing June 4th at 8:30. On your new charges, you do have a secured appearance bond of $5,000, and your probation case, it is $500. You have a total bond of $5,500. In the event you post that bond and are released from custody, you have written conditions. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim. If you reside at the same location as the alleged victim, you may contact law enforcement for 1 civil standby to collect your belongings. All of this will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No.
No.
Please take a step to your left and the officer will get you that paperwork. We could have Roman Chavez to the podium.
Your Honor,
And
is
Maurice
this next,
Harris to the chair. I'm sorry?
Your Honor, is this next person and require an interpreter?
I was told they were going to need an interpreter. Are you available to handle this hearing?
Yes, ma'am. I just didn't see him on my information, but I'm ready. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much. May I get your name and date of birth?
Roman Chavez. Roman Chavez, 10 de agosto de 1987.
Roman Chavez, August 10th, 1987.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference June 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 15th at 8:30. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear. You do have written conditions. You are not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. And you're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. This will all be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Todo bien, en realidad no uso la droga, nomás que tenía un problema acá y esto nomás. Pero pues está bien.
No, everything's fine. I really don't use the drug. I just had a problem that day, but everything's fine. Thank you. Your Honor, for the court interpreter, may I hear the court dates again, please?
Yes, the court dates were June 11th and June 15th, both at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Gracias.
Thank you.
If you will step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. And Mr. Hernandez, do you mind making a general call to the gallery to see if there is anybody else that will need your assistance?
I can do that, Your Honor. Buenos días. Soy el intérprete de la comisionada. ¿Hay alguna persona más allí que habla español y necesita intérprete? Si es así, levante la mano ahora, por favor.
All right, no hands. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Feel free to disconnect at your convenience.
Thank you, ma'am.
If I could have Mr. Harris to the podium and Mr. Morales Lopez to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Maurice Harris, 10-1602.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on 2 cases. You're here on a new case as well as your probation case. Your new charge is for 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony. And because you were on probation at the time of this alleged offense, you're here on a term 1 probation violation. I am finding probable cause and appointing an attorney to represent you. You have 3 hearing dates coming up. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing, June 3rd at 8:30, a status conference, June 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing, June 15th at 8:30. I am going to release you today to the supervision of probation department, but you do have written conditions of release. Those do include not possessing any weapons, not possessing or consuming any drugs without a valid prescription, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. This will be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
So all my court dates will be included in that paper?
Yes, date, time, location, as well as your release conditions will be in the paperwork we're about to hand you. Anything further?
No, ma'am.
Okay, please take a step to your left and the officer will get that for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Mr. Morales Lopez to the podium, Mr. Dixon to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Giovanni Morales Lopez, and 11/30/2005.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for one count of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony, and one count of reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference June 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 15th at 8:30. I am going to release you today to the supervision of pretrial services, but you do have written conditions of release. You're not to possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. With your paperwork, you're going to get an envelope. You're going to need to read those instructions and make sure you contact pretrial services within 72 hours of release. You also need to ensure that you attend all of your future hearings. If you were to fail to appear at a hearing, a warrant would issue for your arrest, and then you'd be held on bond at your next hearing. Did you have any questions?
Yeah, when are the two trials then?
So your hearing dates are June 11th and June 15th. So I believe that's a Friday and a Monday, but the dates and times will be in your paperwork. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Anything further?
No, thank you so much.
Please take a step to your left. The officer will get that for you. Mr. Dixon to the podium, Mr. Worthy to the chair.
Good morning.
Good morning. May I get your name and date of birth?
Zachary Dixon, 48/98.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for one count of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a hearing, but this hearing will take place in the Santan Justice Court on June 9th at 9 a.m. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at this hearing, but you do have written conditions. I'm going to caution you to read them very carefully because you do have an alleged victim in this case. And I'm going to include orders that you can only have contact with the alleged victim if that alleged victim consents. If the alleged victim does not consent to the contact, then you may not do so. If you live in the same home as the alleged victim and they don't consent to the contact, then you may contact law enforcement for one civil standby to collect your belongings, okay? That'll be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Just so I can understand, it's up to her if I can contact?
Correct. Yes, so if the alleged victim, is it a significant other?
Yes, I just bought a ring for her like 2 days ago. It was just a bad night.
Okay, so as long as the contact is consensual between the two of you, then you may do so. But if she indicates that she does not want to have contact, then you can't have that contact during the pendency of this case.
I would just contact the police to get my belongings.
If you need to do so, yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, if it's up to your left, the officer will get that for you. Mr. Worthy to the podium. Ms. Gomez to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
All lowercase Michael Ladurance Worthy. And my date of birth will be September 20th, 1983.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on a new case. It is for one count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a couple of hearings. It's going to start with a status conference, June 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing, June 15th at 8:30. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at these hearings, but you do have written conditions of release. You're not to possess any weapons, and you're not to possess or consume any drugs without a valid prescription. You'll also need to ensure that you attend all of your future hearings. If you fail to appear at any hearing, a warrant would issue for your arrest, and then you would be held on bond at your next hearing. This will be included in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so step to your left, the officer will get you that paperwork. Ms. Gomez to the podium. Mr. Beasley to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Krista Gomez, 1294.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference, June 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing, June 15th at 8:30. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at these hearings. But you do have written conditions. You're not to possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You also need to ensure that you attend all of your hearings. If you were to fail to appear at a hearing, a warrant would issue for your arrest, and then you would be held on bond at that next hearing. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Please take a step to your left, and the officer will get you that paperwork. Mr. Beasley to the podium. Ms. Clark to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Timothy Beasley, 02/27/04.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on a warrant that was issued from the Goodyear Municipal Court. It is a post-adjudication warrant related to a prior assault charge. It likely means you failed to pay some fines or take some classes. You're not entitled to court-appointed counsel in this case. You're going to have a hearing in the Goodyear Municipal Court on June 10th at 1 p.m. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. This is your promise to appear at this hearing. You do have written conditions of release. You're not to possess or consume drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. I've also included the Goodyear Municipal Court phone number in the paperwork for you. As I mentioned, it's post-adjudication. You may be able to resolve it if it is a matter of paying a fine or things of that nature, but you need to get their permission to have the hearing vacated. Otherwise, if you fail to appear, a warrant would still issue. So if you do call and resolve it, make sure you get that vacated rather than just failing to appear, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
Well, can I make the payment? Or
You can't do that here. I've included their phone number. Likely, you can probably, if it is just a matter of a payment, you could probably just call that number and get it taken care of. And then again, just mention to them this hearing date so they can get that vacated. But oftentimes, I think you can resolve it over the phone if it's a matter of paying, okay?
Thank you.
Take a step to your left, the officer will get that for you. Ms. Clark to the podium. Mr. Mercado to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Shanae Clark, 1/11/89.
Thank you, ma'am. You are here today on 3 cases. You're here on a new case as well as your probation cases. Your new charges are for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony. Because you were on probation at the time of this alleged offense in 2 cases, you're here on term 1 probation violations. However, for purposes of today's hearing, I'm not finding probable cause for the charges. That doesn't mean they're dismissed. They may test the substance and move forward. I just don't have enough information today.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to appoint an attorney, and I'm going to give you 3 hearing dates. You must attend these hearings. If you fail to appear, a warrant would still issue for your arrest, and you would still be held on bond at a future hearing.
Okay.
Your hearing date is a probation hearing on June 3rd at 8:30. A status conference, June 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing, June 15th at 8:30.
Okay.
So you're being released as it relates to these charges, but you must attend these hearings, okay?
I have a question. I'm supposed to be going to personal healing, recovery. Am I still allowed to go, or because?
So you can still go there. However, you need to make sure that you still attend these hearings. So as long as that doesn't interfere with you attending these hearings, I'm not preventing you from going there.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Please step to your left, officer. We'll get that for you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mercado to the podium. Grant Farrell to the chair. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, Jesus Mercado, 8/28/94.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. It is for 1 count of a dangerous drug violation, a class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony. For purposes of today, I'm not finding probable cause. The Form 4 alleges that a substance of cocaine was located. However, that is a narcotic drug in Arizona, and you've been charged with dangerous drugs. So based on that, I'm not finding probable cause. That doesn't mean that they won't change this to a narcotic drug possession and move forward with these charges. So I'm still appointing an attorney, and I'm going to set 2 hearing dates. You must attend these hearing dates. If you fail to appear at either one of them, a warrant will still issue for your arrest, and you will be held on bond at your next hearing. You have a status conference, June 11th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing, June 15th at 8:30. This will all be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Do I get out today?
You are being released as to these charges, yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, so step to your left, the officer will get that for you. Grant to the podium. And Diego to the chair. May I get your name and date of birth?
Grant Farrell, August 23rd, 1985.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here today on 3 cases. Your first case is new charges, and then it looks like you also have a warrant from the state of Texas and a warrant from the state of Oklahoma. I'm going to start with your new charges, and then we'll talk about the other 2 cases. Your new charges are for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony, and 1 count of obstruction or refusal to provide a true name, a class 2 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. In this case, you have a status conference, June 2nd at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing, June 4th at 8:30. Those are both in our downtown Superior Courthouse, and you have a secured appearance bond of $1,000. Now we're going to talk about your other 2 cases, and those are going to be a little bit different. Did you get an opportunity to review the laminated card that was given to you?
Yeah, but I don't really understand it, I guess.
Okay, so we'll talk about it. You're going to be given a choice today, and you have 2 options to make as it relates to these other 2 cases. Your first one is a warrant from the state of Texas, and the warrant in this case alleges that there was a theft charge there, and it looks like a bond forfeiture issue in that case. And Texas has indicated that they want to extradite you back to Texas as it relates to those charges. For purposes of Oklahoma, they allege that you failed to appear at a hearing with an underlying charge of trafficking dangerous drugs. In that case, they've also alleged they want to extradite you back to Oklahoma. So your options your first option is you can say, yes, I'm willing to be extradited back as it relates to these pending charges. If you were to choose to do that, they would be given 30 days to pick you up. That 30 days would not start until the conclusion of your new charges here in Arizona. And if you were to do that, you would be held non-bondable here in Maricopa County while you waited. And of course, only one state would be able to pick you up, so they would have to work it out which state was going to do that first. They would come pick you up here. After you've concluded the charges, your new charges here pending in Arizona, they would have 30 days to come pick you up to take you to the other state to address your pending charges. Or the second option is you have the right to have the governor of both states, and in this case, it would be 3 different states. You would have the governor of Arizona, as well as the governor of Texas and the governor of Oklahoma sign governor's warrants ordering you to be returned before you were required to be returned, if in fact they felt that was appropriate. If you were to choose to do that, I would set a hearing here in Maricopa County on June 8th at 1:30 p.m. That date and time applies to both the Texas case and the Oklahoma case. You would also have bonds in each of your cases. In your Oklahoma case, you have a secured appearance bond of $50,000. In your Texas case, you have a secured appearance bond of $10,000. And in your Arizona case, it's $1,000. So you would be entitled to bond, meaning if you were to post that bond, the $61,000, you would be released from custody. But you'd have written conditions of release, and you'd also have to ensure that you attended all of these hearings in Arizona. So you would have a total of 3 hearings, 2 for the new case, 1 for both of the out-of-state warrants. If you were to fail to appear at these hearings, you would now have warrants here in Arizona. You'd still have the Oklahoma warrant. You'd still have the Texas warrant, and you'd forfeit the $61,000 that you posted. So you would need to make sure you attended these hearings. So those are essentially your options, is to say, yes, I'm ready to be extradited back and be held non-bondable, or we could set these hearings on June 8th for the Texas and Oklahoma case. If you were to choose not to waive your rights today and set that hearing on June 8th, and by the time you got to that hearing, you knew what was going to happen more with your pending case, or you changed your mind, they would give you this option again to waive your rights and start the 30-day countdown if you were to choose to do so. If you waive your rights here today, you won't have any future hearings in Arizona again as it relates to the Texas and Oklahoma case. You would wait for your pending charges to complete, and then you would start your 30-day timeline to be extradited back to those states.
So I think I'll do the June 8th.
Okay, we'll set that hearing date, and that will give you an opportunity to decide what you want to do. You might know a little bit more about what's going to happen with your Arizona case at that time, because you're already going to have had 2 hearings on that case.
Okay.
You're going to meet with your attorney, and then again, if at that time you know that you want to waive, you can do that at that time, or you can continue with the process as it relates to demanding a governor's warrant. When you do demand the governor's warrant, that is about a 60 to 90-day process. But again, she will give you all of that information, instructions, and the opportunity to waive again at the hearing on June 8th, okay? So the 3 hearing dates are coming up. You do have the bond. If you do post it, make sure you go to those hearings. Otherwise, warrants will issue and you forfeit the bond, okay?
And then the bond, it would be the 61,000. Or no, that's not, I'm sorry.
You have to post all bonds in order to be released.
Right, so it'd be
you have a total of 61,000.
Okay, got it.
So the full 61,000, posting just 1,000 wouldn't get you released on the other case. So all of them would have to be posted, which is 61,000.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. If you'll take a seat in the gallery, they're getting that paperwork printed out for you. They'll bring it out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then I'm just going to put the house call on the record while we wait to clear the courtroom. Case number 20 will proceed as a house call due to being a danger to self or others. Mark Romero, date of birth June 17th, 1979. He is here today on a new case for 1 count of criminal trespass, a class 3 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found. However, due to the nature of his charges, he is not entitled to court-appointed counsel. He is going to have an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on June 16th at 8:30 in the morning. I am going to release him today on his own recognizance. That is his promise to appear. He does have written conditions of release. He may not return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. After I complete the 8 a.m. calendar, I will go provide this information to him in the back, and if anything does change, I will update the written record. And now could I have TA go to the podium? Can I get your name and date of birth?
Diego Franco, February 18, 1996.
Thank you, sir. You are here today on a new case. You are here for 8 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, a class 2 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference June 2nd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing June 4th at 8:30. In this case, you do have a cash bond in the amount of $250,000. In the event you post that bond and are released from custody, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services and equipped with electronic monitoring. You also have written conditions of release. You're not to initiate contact with any alleged victim. You're not to initiate contact with any complainant or witness. You're not to have contact with any minors, and you're prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means. This will all be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Please take a step to your left, and the officer will get that paperwork for you. This does conclude our 8 a.m. calendar. We will now stand in recess until 11 a.m.
You also have a matter out of Green Valley Justice.
Well. Good morning, Your Honor. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Dr. Horn?
Oh, another glorious day. Love to see your face on that screen.
Oh, thank you.
You let me know when you're ready. And if I may, I got to advise you of a couple of situational changes here.
Fine. We'll do whatever you all want. I'm ready whenever you all guys are.
That's what I'm talking. So, Mr. Seraficio, I believe you left to another facility.
Okay.
And Mr. Whitehorse.
Yep.
Is refusing this morning.
All right. He said Seraficio has been released. Yeah. Officer Horn, Seraficio has been released?
I think another agency picked him up.
All right.
It was Maricopa. He had a review hearing for Maricopa, but Maricopa can't pay the money.
Perfect. All right. I will continue Mr. Whitehorse to June 26th at 9 a.m. The bond remaining. And we will clear Mr. Seraficio. Thank you both.
Alice?
Morning. Morning.
Brian, chair, please.
Good morning. Your name, please.
Francine Desiree Gonzalez.
Ms. Gonzalez, I am seeing you for a review hearing. Give me 1 second to pull up your file. All right, ma'am, I'm seeing you for a review hearing for a Santa Cruz County case. It's a JP court case, ma'am. We just want to make sure that once you're done with the Superior Court case in Pima County, you're not lost in the jail. I'm going to set a review hearing, ma'am, for June 26th. That will be at 9 a.m. again, just to make sure you're not lost in the jail. Okay, ma'am?
Okay. I was informed to inform you that I'm on the STEPS program and with Hope, with the Hope program, and that you guys also work with them as well. So I would be okay.
Yeah. Or maybe.
So
I was.
Yeah, so you're
sorry.
You're fine, ma'am. So you're only in the Pima County Jail, you're saying, on a STEPS program case right now?
No, I will be sentenced on the 15th of June, where they informed me that I was be on probation. And I am already on the STEPS program awaiting this case. I still have the Santa Cruz County case, which I was not aware of, but made me aware of it. Then they informed me that Hope informed me to let y'all know that that you guys work with them, and that you would be able to, I would be able to inform you that I'm on the STEPS program, that Hope is going to be is helping me. You guys work with Hope, and that
I'm not sure who worked with Hope. The court.
The courts do, is what they informed me.
Well, we don't really work with Hope. And the other problem, ma'am, is I can't dictate what Santa Cruz County does on their matters.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What's the hold on.
My understanding was that if that I would be able to be, if it's a transport to courts, that they would be able to help me get there to the courts. And if I was once I have this the 15th, when I'm released on the 15th, that I would be able to, they would be able to transport me to the courts and I'd be able to make every court session in Santa Cruz.
Hope said that.
Hope said that, yes.
Good morning, Your Honor, if I may. I looked at her file and she's pending a case and then she has another case, which is the step. So she's pending 2 cases in our jurisdiction plus the Santa Cruz.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm not going to change anything right now.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening. You have a $500 bond in the justice court case.
Correct.
1 second, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm not sure what to expect. That bond is $500. If you post that bond, you can absolutely get yourself to Santa Cruz County to deal with these charges. If you don't, Santa Cruz County will come and get you. If they don't come and get you after your Pima County cases are resolved, you and I can talk again on June 26th, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, ma'am. You're excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Lopez? You'd like to have some pronunciation. Yeah.
Your name, please?
C.T. Lopez Torman.
Oh, Lopez. We're going to set a non-transport review hearing for June 12th. What that means, sir, is I understand you're being held in the jail on other matters. I'm not going to make you go to a city court case as well if I don't have to. I am going to appoint the city PD's office to represent you on these charges of failing to appear for prescription drugs, possession of paraphernalia, and criminal trespass cases. I'm going to appoint the city PD's office to represent you on that June 12th court date, sir. You'll hear from them later on as to what occurred on June 12th with regards to the city court case. All right?
Okay. Can I ask a question, Young?
Yeah.
This failing to appear, was this the one that was yesterday?
Well, you're not being seen for failing to appear yesterday. These charges are from let me see if I can find it. But no, it's not from failing to appear yesterday. It's from failing to appear for an offense that is alleged to have occurred Let me find out for you. Hold on, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so these charges are from August and September of 2023. Long time ago.
Yes.
But we're going to do a non-transport hearing, sir. The city PD, sir, will represent your interests at that hearing. Okay, sir?
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, sir. You're excused.
Ms. Ransom? Go back.
Good morning. Your name, please?
Eliza Dallin Ransom.
All right, Ms. Dellen Ransom, this is the time set for your initial appearance on charges out of Redwood City. Give me 1 second to grab the file, ma'am. Hold on. I think I gave you a new number 4 back. Sorry. That's no number 4. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Ms. Goodman, you're asking for no bond because it's a probation case. I'm just looking at the bond amount that was listed on the NCIC paperwork, and it was for $100,000. Did you get different information, Ms. Goodman?
No, Your Honor, I am looking at the warrant, and yet the basis is because it was a probation violation warrant.
Okay, and does that require the court to hold a defendant without bond, Ms. Goodman?
If they are on probation, Your Honor, and it's an out-of-state, under 3856, it does require the no bond hold.
Okay, but no bond hearing?
No, Your Honor, it will be the review hearing.
Thank you, Ms. Goodman. All right, so pursuant to state law, ma'am, I'm going to hold you without the ability to post bond. You're going to have a fugitive hearing on June 1st at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to appoint the legal defender's office to represent you, ma'am, at that hearing. And with that, ma'am, you're excused.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Always first. Get something goes there. Mr. Sano, come on up. Can you? Yes, sir. Brown shirt. There's a
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are all here for your initial appearances on misdemeanor charges. I'm going to go over your charges as well as your conditions of release first. Before we do that, know that I've reviewed information from pretrial services as well as law enforcement. You are also presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you, and everything you say is being recorded right now. Your name, please, sir.
Mike Mario DeSano.
All right, Mr. DeSano, I'm seeing you on a couple of different matters. I'm seeing you on a justice court matter as well as some city court matters, sir. The justice court matter is for shoplifting and possession of paraphernalia. The city court matters are failure to appear charges, including charges of criminal trespass, theft, and possession of paraphernalia, as well as soliciting and shoplifting.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Sir, hold on, sir. You can be heard, sir. I'm not sure it's going to help you, and it might hurt you. Okay, but you can be heard if you want to. Okay. So, sir, given the amount of failure to appears we have on the city court charges as well as the new charges on the city court case, sir, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash or secured bond, set court in front of Judge Blue. That's going to be on June 4th. I'm going to appoint the city PD's office to represent you on those cases, sir, and order you not to go back to any incident location if you do post bond.
I went to both of them last week. I went to two courthouses. I went to two of the wrong ones in downtown. I went to the one in Alameda and I went to the one on Oh, the one to the left of that down the street. I tried to go to them, and they told me I went to the wrong courthouses.
Okay.
I did try to go to them.
Well, I appreciate the effort. Certainly tell that to Judge Blue. Given that it's also new charges, sir, for shoplifting and possession of paraphernalia.
So I get a personal bond?
I'm gonna do bonds, sir. There'll be two $500 bonds.
No cash, sure.
It's
That's that first.
cash or secured, sir. On the Justice Court case, it will also be $500. I'm going to appoint Brent Cicero to represent you on that charge, sir. Set court for May 28th in front of Judge Foster at 1 p.m. And with that, sir, you are excused.
Alisela Garcia. All that, sir, for the consent.
Your name, please?
Maricela Garcia.
All right, Ms. Garcia, I am seeing you, ma'am, on charges out of South Tucson City Court, ma'am, as well as Tucson City Court. From South Tucson, ma'am, I am seeing you on charges of possession of paraphernalia. From Tucson City Court, ma'am, I am seeing you on failure to appear for criminal trespass and possession of paraphernalia. Give me 1 second, ma'am. On the city court charges, ma'am, I'm also seeing you on a petition to revoke your probation. The city attorney's office is alleging that you were adjudicated guilty of possession of paraphernalia, criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. You were put on probation and you have violated your conditions of probation. I'm going to deny all the allegations on your behalf. I'm going to appoint the city PD's office to represent you on these charges. Set court for June 4th. At 1:45 p.m. and hold you on a $500 bond on those charges, ma'am. On the South Tucson charges, ma'am, I will appoint Michael Vaughn to represent you. Hold you on that $500 bond, ma'am, and set court for May 28th. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Sorry, I've entered into denials. With that, ma'am, you're excused.
Good.
Your name, please?
Anything good?
All right, Mr. Good, I'm seeing you on some Justice Court matters as well as Tucson City Court matters. On the Pima County Justice Court matters, sir, I'm seeing you on charges of shoplifting, failing to appear for charges of shoplifting, as well as criminal trespass. On the City Court matters, I'm seeing you on charges of failing to appear for criminal trespass, shoplifting, possession of paraphernalia. All right, on the Pima County Justice Court case for shoplifting, sir, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash and secured bond. Appoint Amanda Bynum to represent you and set court for tomorrow, May 28th at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Foster. I'll do that for both of the Justice Court matters, sir. $500. Court will be May 28th, and Ms. Bynum will be your attorney on those charges. On the City Court case, sir, I'm going to hold you on a $500 bond as well. Appoint the City PD, set court. Give me 1 second, sir. I don't have a court date for him. Oh, there it is. Set court for June 5th. At 1:45 p.m. and that will be in front of Judge Verena. And with that, sir, you are excused.
Cases, and I was on the cemetery. So
I love that time too. Okay. Okay.
Your name, please?
Can I get in the lead, LeMay?
Give me 1 second, Mr. LeMay.
Yes, sir.
These are all in LeMay's file. Okay. He's one of his. Okay. No, it's LeMay. Keegan LeMay. This says no. All right, Mr. LeMay, I am seeing you on one charge of possession of paraphernalia. Hold on, sir. Okay, but you're also being held in the jail on a probation charge. So,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
make sure you're getting time credit. I'm going to hold you on a $100 cash or secured bond. Set court, sir, for May 28th in front of Judge Foster, and appoint Miss Anna Dennis to represent you on these misdemeanor charges. Okay, sir?
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're excused. You're excused, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Medina, Acedo.
Oh, you back to set up? I think I did, didn't I? I think they were just confused like that. I just recognize that name. Not me, homo, but Acedo. Your name, please, sir.
Saul Medina. Still.
Okay, Mr. Medina Acedo, I'm seeing you, sir, on charges from Pima County Justice Court, I believe. Hold on. Note from South Tucson City Court, sir, as well as from Tucson City Court. The South Tucson cases, sir, are failing to appear for charges of being a public nuisance and paraphernalia. On the Tucson City Court charges, sir, it is charges of failing to appear for charges of theft and shoplifting and possession of paraphernalia. Sir, on the South Tucson cases, I'm going to hold you on a $500 bond, appoint Michael Vaughn to represent you, and set court for May 28th at 10 a.m. On the South Tucson charges, sir, same thing, $500 bond, cash is secured, set court in front of Judge Mayhew. That will be on June 5th. And I'm going to appoint the city PD on that case, sir, to represent you. And with that, sir, you're excused. That's all, sir.
Myanmar.
Your name, please.
Joseph Mialma.
All right, Mr. Miyama. Sir, I am seeing you on a failure to appear charge from Pima County, from South Tucson City Court. Just one charge of failure to appear, sir. Sir, if I release you, will you go to court on June 9th?
Yes, sir.
I'll release you, sir. You're going to go to court June 9th at 10 a.m. It's in South Tucson City Court.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, so you're excused.
Appreciate it. Bravo.
Oh, sorry. Your name, please.
Isaiah Bravo.
All right. Ms. Bravo, I am seeing you on a Tucson City Court charge, ma'am. These charges are for criminal trespass in the first degree and disorderly conduct. Ma'am, if I order you to have no contact with the victims and not go back to their residence, will you agree to that?
Yes.
Okay. I will release you, ma'am, on your promise to go to court. You're going to have court on June 3rd. Hold on. June 30th. In front of Judge Millian. That's in Tucson City Court. I'm going to order you have no contact with the alleged victim and not to go back to their residence. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf, ma'am, and with that, you're excused.
Okay, thank you.
Endovin. Down the steps right that side.
Your name, please, ma'am.
Tina Dundovin.
All right, Ms. Dendover, I'm seeing you on charges of assault and disorderly conduct. Ma'am.
Yeah.
Do you live with the alleged victim's father?
Nope.
Who lives in the home? Just you and your children?
Me and yes, my children and our roommate and my boyfriend, but he is a truck driver, so he's gone most of the time.
How old is the alleged victim in this case, ma'am?
He's 19.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're all right, ma'am. I'm going to release you. You're going to have court June 23rd at 2 p.m. in front of Judge Bond.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I'm going to order that you do not initiate any contact with the alleged victim in this case. All right, ma'am, you're going to report, I said June 23rd at June. These have not guilty on your behalf, and with that, ma'am, you're excused.
Thank you.
Medford? Down the steps, right, have something to
Your name, please?
James Medford.
Medford, give me a minute to re-review what pretrial services reported. I'm seeing you, sir, on charges of disorderly conduct and assault.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, I don't have permission to give you, I cannot give you permission to have contact with the alleged victim in this case. Do you have somewhere else to go, sir?
No, sir, I do not. I think the best I could possibly do, sir, if I was allowed a visit to gather some personal items, clothes and such, I could arrange a hotel for myself, at least until I had a chance to figure things out.
We'll do that then, sir. I'm going to assign this case to Judge Millian. You can go to court prior to your court date. Your court date is going to be on June 3rd, June 30th at 1:30 p.m. You can ask Judge Millian. You can see if you can get into court prior to this June 30th date and ask Judge Millian if she'll reconsider my conditions of release. I will order no contact with the alleged victim. You can't go back to her residence or workplace or the incident location, but you may go back to the incident location with law enforcement to get any personal belongings you need. The enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf, sir. So if she leaves, sir, you can stay there. You just can't go to her residence. If she's staying there, sir, you cannot go back there. You may go back once with law enforcement to get some belongings, sir. And then you can try to get in front of Judge Millian in Tucson City Court prior to June 30th and see if she will reconsider my release conditions, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. With that, then you're excused.
Thank you. As far as am I being released? Am I bonded?
You're being released, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. I just needed stipulation. Jorge.
Your name, please?
Is this morning?
You said Jesus Monge?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Anything you're in charge of resisting arrest and driving under the influence. Sir, I'm going to appoint the city PDC to present you. I'm going to release you, sir, and your promise to go to court. You're going to have court in front of Judge Maldonado on June 22nd. At 2 p.m. That will be in Tucson City Court, all right, sir?
Okay, thank you.
You're not guilty on your behalf, and with that, sir, you're excused.
Valdez.
Your name, please, ma'am?
Cristally Carmen Valdez.
All right, Ms. Valdez, I am seeing you, ma'am, on charges of interference with judicial proceedings. These are Failure to appear is in a probation violation, it appears. Give me 1 minute, ma'am, to review. Not failure to appear, ma'am. It looks like this is just a probation violation. So the city Tucson, the city attorney's office has alleged, ma'am, that you were just on probation for charges of assault, given written conditions and failed to abide by those conditions. I'm going to enter denials on your behalf. I'm going to hold you on a $500 bond, ma'am. Set court in front of Judge Bond for June 5th at 1:45 p.m. and appoint the city PD's office to represent you. And with that, ma'am, you're excused.
Can I ask a question? Does that mean I'll be released or no?
You post the bond of $500, ma'am.
Okay, and I kind of used the 5-minute call. Is there another way I can try to get a way to get that bond?
You should be free to use the phones, ma'am, once you're brought back to whatever location you're going to be housed. You'll get more than one phone call, ma'am. You're free to use the phones once you're sent back to your pod.
Okay, so I stay here until that court date?
Or you post the bond, yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, you're excused. Not papers. Probation case. I expect to sign it. That's it. Your name, please?
Eric Corsi.
All right, Mr. Corsi, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You are presumed not guilty. You are presumed innocent. I'm going to enter, please. Sorry, you are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. I apologize, sir, for that confusion. I've been dealing with city court matters. So, sir, you're here on a felony case. This is a grand jury warrant issued for your arrest of $100,000. Ms. Arnold, you waive reading?
Yes.
All right. The state asking, sir, that I impose that $100,000 bond that was requested by the Pima County grand jury. Ms. Arnold, do you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Corsi, he does not have any felony criminal history. He's 47. He indicated that he's been working with CBI for housing, and he's also getting some treatment there, but he does have a safe place to reside right now. And so we would ask the court to release him to pretrial services.
Of course, over your attorney's objection, I'm going to impose the $100,000 bond requested by the grand jury. I'm going to order no contact with minors, order that you have your arraignment on June 3rd, and appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. You'll also be released to pretrial services if you post that bond. That is a cash or secured bond. I am also seeing you, sir, for misdemeanor matters. This is for shoplifting. Sir, on this case, I'm going to hold you on a $100 cash or secured bond to make sure you're getting time credit. Set court for May 28th at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Foster, and appoint Brent Cicero to represent you on this misdemeanor matter, sir. And with that, sir, you're excused.
So let me know that one.
That's it, yeah.
I'm staying. I'm working.
Thank you.
Everybody? Step. Sure, I'm just gonna support you.
Your name, please, sir?
Brianna Stroud.
Dr. Hout. This is the time set for initial appearance. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney, sir. I'm going to be appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir. I've also reviewed information from law enforcement and pretrial services, and I'll take arguments from both the state and your attorney sitting next to you prior to imposing conditions of release. Mr. Osterhout, I'm seeing you on charges of aggravated assault. State's asking for a $5,000 bond plus pretrial services. Ms. Arnold, did you want to be heard?
We'd ask for pretrial services release. He's a 1 and a 1 on the scale. He has confirmed housing, and no felony criminal history.
Over the state's objection, Mr. Osterhout, I am going to release you to pretrial services. You're going to have court, sir, on June 16th at 1 p.m. I'm going to order a few more things, though, sir. You must not possess any firearms or weapons. You must surrender any firearms in your ownership or possession to TPD or PCSO within 24 hours of your release. No contact with the alleged victims. You cannot go back to the incident location, and you cannot go to any public parks or skate parks. Understood, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
With that, then, you are excused.
Right. When you first meet on the front, everybody else has secrets.
Are you Mr. Aguirre?
Sir.
All right, sir. Let me wait until the jail finishes letting everyone else in. Officer Horn, do we have all the felonies in the courtroom right now?
All but 2, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are all here for your initial appearance on felony charges. Some of you might also be here for misdemeanor charges. When you come before me, I'll let you know. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. I'll be appointing you attorneys on your felony cases. You also have an attorney sitting next to you to go over to assist you with your conditions of release. Before we go further, know that I've reviewed information from law enforcement, from pretrial services, and I'll take arguments from both the prosecutor who's present over Microsoft Teams with Ms. Goodman and Ms. Arnold, your attorney. Mr. Aguirre, I'm seeing you on a number of different charges here, sir. I'm seeing you in charge of armed robbery from December 27th of 25, burglary in the 3rd degree from May 7th to 25, as well as some failure to appears and probation violation. On the felony charges, the state is asking for a $5,000 bond and a $15,000 bond. Ms. Arnold, did you wish to be heard on the felony charges?
Yes, Your Honor. So we would ask for pretrial services release, given that Mr. Aguirre did have verified housing, community support, and also that his contact offered to help with future transport to court. If the court is inclined to impose a bond, we'd ask that the bonds be concurrent.
Give me 1 second, Mr. Aguirre.
Sir.
All right, Mr. Gear, I'm not inclined to release you as your attorney asked for, but I will do concurrent bonds. On the felony charges, sir, they will be concurrent bonds of $15,000 cash or secured. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the alleged victims. You do not go back to the incident locations. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you. I'm also going to order, sir, that you not possess any firearms or weapons during the pendency of these charges.
Okay.
Let me go on to the misdemeanor charges now. All right, on the Pima County Justice Court misdemeanor charge, sir. I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash or secured bond. Appoint Brent Cicero to represent you on these charges. Set court for May 28th at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Foster. On the city court charges, sir, these are charges of interfering with a judicial order and disorderly conduct. Judge Million's asking for a $1,000 cash bond. I'm going to do that, honor that request, sir. Your $1,000 cash bond set court, sir, for June 10th at 1:30 p.m. Appoint the city PD's office to represent you in that matter, sir. And order no contact with the alleged victim in this case. So this is also a petition to revoke your probation. The city attorney's office is alleging that you were placed on probation on August 4th and 25th of 25, and that you have not been in compliance with your conditions of probation. I'm going to deny the allegations. And as I said, sir, already set the hearing for June 10th at 1:30 p.m. in front of Judge Million. All right, sir. With that, then you're excused.
Your Honor, it's the public defender's office for the felony cases.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ms. Arnold, if I forgot to say that. Yes.
Mr. Antoni. Come on, left side, sir. There you go.
Your name, please, sir.
Leon.
All right, Mr. Antone, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of promoting prison contraband as well as a misdemeanor charge, sir, for shoplifting. On the felony charge, the state's asking for a $5,000 bond. Ms. Arnold, did you wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. So looking at the probable cause statement, I don't see anything that indicates he was knowingly attempting to bring a folding knife into the jail. It just indicates that he had one in his pocket while he was being processed. So we would argue there's no probable cause for this offense, but assuming that.
Did you want to be heard on that, Ms. Goodman?
Yes, Your Honor, respectfully ask the court to find the probable cause in the interim, as generally the officers do notify the suspects before they book them in the jail. But not only that, but also there are signs around the jail facility before entering, notifying the suspects that they need to notify law enforcement before entering the facility if they have any contraband. At that point, Your Honor, the state of mind and the offense, it's met in the probable cause that is presented to the court.
Ms. Arnold, thank you for the argument. I didn't catch that. Ms. Goodman, over your objection, I'm going to find there is no probable cause. I understand your argument that generally speaking, law enforcement does ask the defendants if they have anything in their pocket. I don't know if that occurred in this case or not because that was not stated in the interim complaint. I'm looking at the interim complaint from the Pima County Justice Court cases too, upon which he was arrested, and there's nothing in those either regarding asking him to empty his pockets. Mr. Antone, because I didn't find probable cause on the felony matter, sir, I have to release you. I'm going to release you, sir, to pretrial services. You're going to have court on June 16th at 1:30 p.m. On the misdemeanor charges, sir, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at court. You're going to have court on June 23rd. At 9 a.m. in front of Judge Cornejo. I'm going to order, sir, that you do not go back to the incident location. That's Circle K, okay, sir?
All right.
Sir, lastly, that June 16th court date I've assigned you for the felony case is unlikely to go. You have to stay in touch with pretrial services as well as your attorney at the PD's office to learn when you're going to be expected to go to court, okay, sir?
All right.
All right, sir. You're excused then. Your name, please?
Pedro Alonso Vina.
All right, Mr. Ravina, I'm seeing you on charges from felony charges as well as justice court charges. One second, Mr. Ravina.
Sir.
Okay, sir. I'm seeing you on charge of the possession of narcotic drug, possession of paraphernalia. Those are the felony charges, as well as driving on a suspended license and knowingly displaying false plates. State, sir, is asking that I release you to pretrial services with a steps screening date. Sir, have you heard of the steps program?
I've heard of it, yeah, but I've never done it.
Okay, are you interested in doing it and looking into it?
Sir.
All right. I will set your steps screening, sir, for June 3rd at 9 a.m. One second, sir. I'm going to appoint Mr. Christian Salter to represent you on these felony charges, sir.
Okay.
Ms. Arnold, does the LD's office do any steps cases, you know?
I thought that they did, but they may have changed it since I last observed them. But
I think they do, Your Honor.
Anyone know why OPEC would be asking me to appoint Christian Salter to this simple possession case with the steps hearing?
No, there's times too that I've seen OCAC attorneys through the steps.
Okay, all right, I didn't know that. Thank you, Ms. Goodman. So, Mr. Avina, it's possible that you've had Mr. Salter prior, and that's why OPEC's asking that I point him to you, so I will do that. Notwithstanding my confusion, sir, the most important thing for you right now in the steps court, sir, is to go to that steps screening date of June 3rd at 9 a.m. If you do not go to that court date, sir, this will simply be charged as a class 4 felony, okay?
I'll be there.
All right, so that'll be
Thank
June
you.
3rd, 9 a.m., sir, Maricopa County Superior Court.
Okay.
On your misdemeanor matter, sir, all right. So, Mr. Avina, on the misdemeanor DUI charges, sir, I'm going to set court for June 23rd. That court date will go. At that court date, sir, talk to Judge Pesquera and ask her to appoint you an attorney. And you can let her know that you are already that Mr. Salter has been representing you on your felony cases and see if he can represent you on the misdemeanor matters, okay?
That was good.
All right, sir. With that, then you're excused.
Sir, have a good day. Thank you.
Chico?
Your name, please?
People, Chico.
All right, Mr. Chico, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of domestic violence, aggravated assault, causing substantial disfigurement, as well as domestic violence kidnapping. The state's asking for a $75,000 bond. Miss Goodman, did you want to be heard? Sorry, Miss Arm, do you want to be heard?
So, Your Honor, we would just note that Mr. Chico does have verified housing apart from the victim. He does have verified employment. He's a full-time student. The victim indicated she did not object to his release. So for those, and also he doesn't have prior felony criminal history. So we would ask for pretrial services release, but if the court is inclined to set a bond, $10,000 bond.
Over your attorney's objection, Mr. Chico, I'm going to impose a $75,000 bond requested by the prosecutor's office. Your court date, sir, is going to be June 8th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you. If you do post bond, no firearms or weapons, sir. You must surrender any firearms to TPD or PCSO within 24 hours of your release. You may not go back to the victim's residence or workplace. Regardless of whether you post bond, sir, no contact with the alleged victim in this matter. I'm also seeing you, Mr. Avina. Sorry, Mr. Chico. One second, sir. You've got a Tucson City court case, but I'm not seeing him on that one. Really? I want to make sure that I'm not seeing you on the Tucson City court case, sir.
I don't have anything for him. Let me reach out to the other side.
So there's a couple months to do.
I just want to make sure that we're clear on what's happening with your Tucson City court case as well.
If it has not, if it's a pre-adjudicated case, then this would be the court date. But I just need to know if it's an adjudicated.
location. He's got a scheduled pre-trial conference on May 22nd, but that was 5 days ago.
So, in that case, if we're doing million, it's a state,
Yeah.
if not,
We'll do million.
do different, and then if you could write down the case number for me?
Yeah. Sir, on the city court case, I'm gonna set court in front of Judge Millian on June 3rd at 1:30 p.m. And with that, sir, you're excused. Name, please, sir.
Ryan Plaza.
All right, Mr. Colazzo, I'm seeing you on one charge of aggravated robbery. The state's asking for a $35,000 bond. Miss Arnold, did you wish to be heard, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. So, pretrial services did not note any prior failures to appear. He is an Arizona resident for 19 years. His girlfriend did verify housing for him and provided an address. So we would ask for pretrial services release. But if the court's not willing to do that, we would ask for a $5,000 bond.
All right, I'm going to impose a $10,000 bond, sir. Cash is secured, no contact with the alleged victim. And if you do post bond, sir, do not go back to the incident location. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you and set court for June 8th at 1:30 p.m. And with that, sir, you're excused.
The only Cruz? Yeah, 35. No problem.
Your name, please, ma'am.
Jamie Cruz.
Ms. Cruz, I am seeing you on felony matters as well as misdemeanor matters. The felony matters, ma'am, are 92 counts of organized retail theft. I'm also seeing you on a city court matter, ma'am, for possession of paraphernalia and shoplifting. There are 32 appeared charges. The state, ma'am, on the felony charge is asking for a $100,000 bond. Law enforcement's also asking for a high bond. They've indicated that the total loss of merchandise from October of 25 is $91,595.40, ma'am, which I assume is why the state's asking for such a high bond. Ms. Arnold, did you wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. So we would just note that Ms. Cruz does not have any prior felony criminal history. It is an alleged property offense. She does have a recent Arizona ID indicating that she has been in the community. She indicates that she can reside with her brother-in-law, although it wasn't verified. So for all of those reasons, we'd ask for pretrial services release. If the court is not inclined to do that, then we'd ask for a $1,000 bond, given that she was indigent.
All right. I'm not going to go as high as the state's asking, Ms. Cruz, but I am going to impose a $25,000 cash secured bond. Set court for June 8th at 1:30 p.m. You cannot go to any incident location where you are alleged to have committed a shoplifting offense.
If I can,
I'm going to order you, ma'am, that you cannot go to any Walgreens locations.
okay, if I can't pay that bond,
Then you'll stay in custody until this case is complete or until a motion to modify is filed on your behalf and another judge disagrees with my release conditions and changes your bond. You'll have court, ma'am, on June 8th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you on these felony charges. Ma'am, on the city court charges, I'm going to release you not to be cruel, but just to set a non-transport review hearing so the city PD's office can represent your interests at that hearing in front of Judge Klotz. That hearing is going to be June 12th at 9 a.m. And again, I am going to appoint the city PD's office to represent you on the city court charges and enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf for the city court charges.
But I'm not getting out.
Not unless you post the bond.
Okay. How much is this one?
Kimberly?
Your name, please, sir?
Craig Michael Kimberly.
All right, Mr. Dimmerling, I'm seeing you on a number of different charges, sir. DUI out of Maricopa County Superior Court that is alleged to have occurred. I'm seeing you on a failure to appear for driving on a spin a license out of Marana that's alleged to have occurred on October 26th. A Marana case. Hold on. I'm trying to review the pretrial report, sir, and it's not very clear. Let me do these one at a time, sir. Starting with the felony DUI, sir. That is alleged to have occurred on February 11th. This is CR 20255582. A warrant for your arrest of $2,500. The state's asking that I impose that bond. Ms. Arnold, did you wish to be heard, ma'am?
Your Honor, we agree with the state's recommendation.
All right, I will impose that $2,500 bond that was issued with the warrant. Sir, your court's going to be June 3rd at 1:30 p.m. That's going to be your arraignment. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you in that matter, sir. On the Green Valley Justice Court matter, sir, I'm going to impose a $500 cash or secured bond, appoint Janet Altschiller to represent you, and set court for May 28th at 8:30 a.m. On the Saurita matter, sir, for theft, I'm going to impose a $500 cash secured bond, set court for June 2nd at 3 p.m. and appoint Brett Cicero to represent you. And then on the Marana matter for driving on a spin a license, sir, I'm going to impose a $500 cash secured bond, set court for May 27th at noon, and appoint Ms. Altschiller to represent you again on that matter, sir. All right, and with that, sir, you are excused. Oh, yes.
Hensley?
The amount she's been hold on for the felony. I'm releasing her on the misdemeanor. Yeah, I'm releasing her on the misdemeanor.
Okay, so it's not an NTR.
It is an NTR. That's why I'm releasing.
Okay, so it's our.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your name, please, ma'am.
Lori Ann Hensley.
Ms. Hensley, I am seeing you on charges of DUI and criminal damage. State's asking that I release you to pretrial services. That was my inclination, ma'am. I will release you to pretrial services. You're going to have court on June 16th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you, ma'am. That court date on June 16th is highly unlikely to go. So please stay in touch with pretrial services as well as your attorney to know what to expect in the next few weeks, all right?
Yes, sir.
Hi, ma'am. You're excused.
So, Your Honor, Miss Hensley is from Indiana. So she is wondering if she could have permission to return to Indiana. She has a flight next week, while the case is pending.
It's I've been in Arizona for many years. Recently my father's wife, he's 92, she's 81, and she has dementia. So I'm in Indiana right now trying to help them get things set up for her. My flight is scheduled for the 4th of June.
All right. Court going to give you permission to travel to Indiana, ma'am.
Thank you.
Until your case management conference, which has not been scheduled yet. So
Okay.
it would be important that you contact pretrial services as well as your attorney. This means, ma'am, I am giving you permission to do your arraignment telephonically or through Microsoft Teams. But again, you'll have to stay in touch with pretrial services to know when that arraignment is going to occur. I'm going to order them to abide by pretrial service orders regarding how often to contact their agency when you are in and out of state, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am. With that, then you're excused.
Thank you so much.
Huffman,
I just crashed the system. I hit publish after I had already hit approved. So an error has occurred. Program conditions of release. Okay. Yeah. Your name, please?
John Huffman.
All right, Mr. Huffman, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of endangerment. So the state's asking that I release you to pretrial services. That was my inclination. Sir, any reason why I cannot order that you have no contact with the alleged victim while this case is pending?
Can you repeat that?
Is there any reason why I can't order you to have no contact with the alleged victim while this case is pending? You two don't live together, do you?
No, we don't live together.
All right. So then for the time being, sir, I'm going to order no contact with the alleged victim. I'm going to order no firearms or weapons, that you surrender any firearms to TPD or PCSO within 24 hours of your release, sir. I'm going to release your pretrial services, set court, sir, for June 16th at 1 p.m. and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Sir, you got to stay in touch with pretrial services. I don't know if that June 16th court date is going to go, but they will let you know what to expect in the next few weeks. All right?
All right.
All right, sir. With that, you're excused. Your name, please?
Rigoberto Martinez Hernandez.
Mr. Martinez Hernandez, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you, sir, on charges of unlawful possession of narcotic drugs and unlawful possession of narcotic paraphernalia. The state's asking for a $5,000 bond. Given the DOC hold, I think a bond's appropriate.
And Your Honor, I do apologize. Looks like I didn't select the steps court hearing, and I respectfully ask for the court to allow an oral amendment and do recommend the steps hearing as well.
Okay. Mr. Martinez Hernandez, have you heard of the STEP program?
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It's a program that allows the state to dismiss certain felony charges if you comply with whatever treatment orders the court orders. Do you want to look into that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I will set a step screening then on June 3rd at 9 a.m. Ms. Arnold, did you wish to be heard regarding release conditions or bond?
We would just ask for a nominal bond given the hold.
Right. Mr. Martinez Hernandez, I'm going to impose a $1,500 cash and secured bond, set court for that June 3rd date, set a preliminary hearing for June 8th at 1:30 p.m. Appoint the legal defendant's office to represent you. So, sir, if the jail brings you to court on June 3rd, I'd suggest you go. That would be the time set for your steps screening to see if you're eligible for the program, okay?
All right.
All right, sir. With that, then you're excused.
John Mena? Come on up, sir. Yes, sir.
Your name, please, sir?
John Mena?
Mr. Mina, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of possession of a narcotic drug for sale, as well as possession of paraphernalia. I'm also seeing you in a number of failure to appears out of Tucson City Court. The state's asking for a $10,000 bond on the felony matter. Ms. Arnold, do you wish to be heard on the felony matter?
Your Honor, we'd ask for pretrial release. He does have verified housing through his mother. And she indicated that he can continue to use her address.
Mr. Mina, I'm not going to release you to pretrial services given the amount of failure to appear in city court you have. I'm going to impose a $5,000 cash or secured bond, set court for June 8th at 1:30 p.m. and appoint the PD's office to represent you on the felony matter, sir. On the city court matter, sir, I'm seeing you on charges of criminal trespass, threats and intimidation, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespass in the 3rd and 1st degree. Sir, I'm going to set a court date for you in front of Judge Hale on June 5th. At 1:45 p.m. I'm going to appoint the city PD's office to represent you on those charges, sir, and hold you on a $1,000 cash or secured bond on the city court charges as well, sir. You may enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf on the city court charges, sir. And with that, then you're excused.
I have a quick question. How much do I have to pay then if I wanted to get out today?
So that's the $1,000, sir, for the city court charge. And $5,000 for the felony charges, so $6,000, sir.
6,000. Okay.
With that,
Thank you. Thank you.
Stevenson?
Your name, please, sir.
Nathaniel Stevenson.
All right, Mr. Stevenson, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of possession of a narcotic drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. Those are felony charges. City court charges, sir, for failing to appear for charges of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. The state's asking for a $5,000 bond plus a steps hearing. Ms. Arnold, did you wish to be heard, ma'am?
We'd ask for pretrial release just given the nature of the charges.
I will come to court.
There's also allegations, sir, that you're on probation in Pima County Superior Court as well as in Cochise County. Although there's no probation hold.
I'll come to court, sir.
All right, given the nature of the charges and that there's no probation hold, Over the state's objection, I will release you to pretrial services. Have you heard of the STEPS program, sir?
No, but I'd like to do it if it has to do with quitting using drugs.
It does.
I don't want to use drugs no more.
Okay, hold on, sir. Sir, the STEPS screening is going to be June 3rd at 9 a.m. That's going to be the time that you go to Superior Court to see if you're eligible for the program that would allow the state to dismiss these charges in lieu or in exchange for you doing drug treatment programming required by the court, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to set a preliminary hearing on July 13th. Emily, do you have time?
I'm going to go straight to CBI from here. Is that okay?
Yeah. Ms. Arnold, do you have time?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to go straight to CBI.
Mr. Stevenson, I'm also going to order that you contact your probation officers within 24 hours of your release from jail. I'm going to appoint the police officer to represent you on these charges. So, sir, the most important thing for you to do right now is, well, three things. One, contact your POs right away. Contact pretrial services when they tell you to, and go to court on June 3rd at 9 a.m. If you do not go to court on June 3rd, sir, this will be a class 4 felony, and that's how the state will charge it. Okay, sir?
I'm going to do those three things. Can you tell me those three things one more time?
Mr. Arnold's writing them all down, sir. Contact your probation officers, contact pretrial services, and go to court on June 3rd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Sir, I've got one more important thing, sir. On your misdemeanor matter, sir, I'm going to release you on your promise to go to court. You're going to have court June 26th.
Got it.
At 9
Yeah,
a.m.
they were telling me how to go handle all these loose matters, and
I know.
Now that I'm going to get sober, we're going to do this.
I'm going to release you, sir. You're going to court June 26th, 9 a.m. Enter plea of not guilty on your behalf on the city court charges, sir. And with all of that, sir, you're excused. Emily, you got it down?
I got it.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Arnold.
Just make sure you call that number as soon as you submit.
Okay. Okay.
Tell you, but that's the date.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Is that it? All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure.
Your Honor, that looks like it this morning.
Okay, can the interpreter hear me?
Yes, good morning.
All right, good morning. All right, this is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for May 27th, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 2 a.m. calendar on the first of the month will also apply to these hearings. Before I call the first defendant, I'm going to read the victim's rights advisement in case there are any victims observing the proceedings either here at the jail or remotely. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at all court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling, and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you've not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. And Mr. Maldonado, you can go ahead and come up, please. Right here to the podium, please. I apologize, I didn't know what was going to change. Okay, all right. Mr. Maldonado, may I have your full name and date of birth, please?
My full name is Yomar Enrique Maldonado Ayala, and my date of birth is 3/2/26/2004.
Sir, I was informed prior to court that you did request the services of a Spanish language interpreter, and it is a right that you have.
Yeah.
If you want to use the interpreter, you're most welcome to, but I will need you to please speak in Spanish and allow him to translate.
Oh, okay. I speak English, but just some words in English that I don't get it. That's why
That makes perfect sense to me. It is not a problem. But from this moment on, if you'd like to continue using the interpreter, would you like to?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. And then you'll hear it in English
Mm-hmm.
and you'll hear it in Spanish.
Okay.
And you can tell me if there's something that you don't understand in the translation. All right. Okay. You have been arrested for unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. It is a Class 5 felony. Endangerment, which the court finds probable cause for, as a Class 6 felony, which means under circumstances involving a substantial risk of serious physical injury or death. Reckless driving, which is a Class 2 misdemeanor, and criminal speeding, which is a Class 3 misdemeanor. Based on what the police provided, there's probable cause for those crimes, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date will be a status conference, June 11th, which is 2 weeks from now at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Your preliminary hearing will be June 15th at 8:30 in the same court. The address is on your paperwork. I gave some thought to your release conditions. You appear to have minimal criminal history, but what is alleged against you is greatly dangerous behavior, and it is alleged that you hit another person's car with yours during the course of a police chase, and a victim impact statement has been filed, which indicates that you hurt them. You hurt someone, and you totaled their car. They have no money for a rental. You've now left their family with no transportation if you did what they accuse you of. That's very serious. And just the simple driving behavior they accuse you of is incredibly dangerous. I'm heartened that the victim wrote, "I pray that he's okay." That person wishes and hopes that you are okay. Most victim statements I read are very angry, and they don't say, "I hope the other person is okay." So if you did this, you also hurt a nice person and totaled the car of a nice person. So all that is incredibly unwise behavior. You don't have a lot of criminal history, though. So I gave a lot of thought to it. It's my hope that if I release you on an ankle monitor to help keep you accountable and to help you remember 24 hours a day that you are facing criminal charges, that it will keep you crime-free and it will keep you coming to court. I gave you a lawyer. You are presumed innocent, but you must comply with court orders. So I'll give you a chance to talk in a second. Do not have any contact with the alleged victim. No contact with the officers who arrested you. Do not drive without a valid license. The Motor Vehicle Division can take action against your license even before this case is resolved. So be sure to keep your address updated with them so that you know if they are trying to take or have taken any action to suspend your license. All right, so you have to get the ankle monitor before you go home. It will slow down your release, but you should be home later tonight. Comply with that program. Do not miss your court date. What is your question? In Spanish.
Quiero saber si la persona que yo choqué está bien.
I want to know if the person that I crashed into is okay.
Well, from their witness statement, they say they have missed work and are having head, neck, and body aches, but have not yet gone to the emergency room. That was as of when they provided that written statement. So you'll find out from your lawyer, you'll get police reports, you'll get those things, but at a minimum, they are alive. This would be a very different conversation if they weren't, because people who kill other people by speeding with their car, they often get charged with second-degree murder. So they have not charged you with aggravated assault even yet. They have not charged you with, they charged you with endangering them, which I do believe that you did. So don't worry about these guys. They're not here for you. All right. Mr. Maldonado, everything is on your paperwork, all right? If you please step to your left, I'll give you a copy and give the headphones to the officers. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Can I say another thing?
En español.
En español, ok. Una pregunta, yo quiero saber si me va a tocar algún día ver a esta persona. Yo sé que lo que hice estuvo mal, la verdad. El 100% fue una reacción mía porque me paniqué. Pero si algún día me da la oportunidad de ver a la persona, le quiero pedir disculpas de cara a cara a la persona por lo que yo acabo de hacer.
I wonder if I will ever have an opportunity to see the person. I know that what I did was wrong, but what I did was a reaction to panic. I panicked, and if I have the opportunity, I would one day like to face apologize to them.
Okay, well, let me remind you that you have the right to remain silent in a criminal case. So you shouldn't be discussing your case with anybody right now except your lawyer. And you can't contact this person right now. As to what might happen in the future, that is possible, but please get the advice of your lawyer and make sure that it's permitted and that it's appropriate at that stage. But I appreciate the thought. Just hold on to that thought and talk to your lawyer, okay? I was telling you all of that because this county attorney asked for a bond. There's a lot of reasons to give you a bond. I thought hard about giving you a bond, but balancing everything that I know about you, it is my hope that with the ankle monitor, that will keep the community safe, that will keep you showing up for court while we determine whether you did or did not do these things. But right now, you are presumed innocent. You can talk to your lawyer more about that. Do not miss your court dates. Do not violate your release conditions, okay? All right, you should be out later, late this afternoon, hopefully by dinner time. All right, if you step to your left, I'll give you your paperwork. Yeah, oh, you need to sign. Dang it. Sorry, you are the very first person. We are now signing for release conditions, very first person in 5 or 6 years. And so literally I forget, everyone forgets. Yes, yeah, go ahead and sign on the pad. We're going to give you a copy of that. It'll just show you got your release conditions. Okay, now you can step over there. We're going to send it out. You'd think I, of all people, would have remembered that.
Do you know if they're going to tell me, my bad, sorry.
Okay.
Is they going to tell me,
let's use it.
Is they going to tell me for how long I'm going to wear the ankle monitor?
Go ahead, put that on. Okay, I did hear your question. It's until another court orders that it be taken off. And what I tell people who ask me that is, the better you are at complying, the sooner your lawyer has a good argument that it's not necessary. So be very compliant and talk to your lawyer and say, I would like to get this off me. Can you please put in a motion? But if you've been not complying, the motion may not be granted.
Okay. So, because of the crashing, perdón, con el choque que yo hice todo eso, ¿va a ser un problema con el monitor yendo a trabajar así o no? ¿O usted qué cree?
Because of the crash that I was in, do you think it's going to be a problem for me to go to work with this monitor on, or what does the court think?
No, not at all. You're allowed to work. You will be letting pretrial know where you work, so they'll see when your ankle monitor goes there. You can do all the things you were going to do, okay? And they'll set a curfew for you if they believe one is necessary. We give them that discretion. They may set no curfew for you. They're going to ask you some questions. They're going to explain it to you, and then they will tell you what they want you to do. But one of the big things they ask is, where do you work or go to school?
¿Me quitaron la licencia o no me la quitaron? ¿Puedo manejar o no?
Did they take my license away or not? Can I drive or not?
No, not necessarily yet. Be sure to look yourself up on the motor vehicle website. You might want to check once a week. And make sure your address is current with MVD. Okay. Because if they do anything against your license, they will mail you a notice. Okay, try to be patient. Just comply with everything. Go to court in 2 weeks, okay? Your lawyer will answer your other questions. Good luck. There you go. You can go ahead and sign.
Oh. ¿Cómo?
Tiene que ser todo lo mismo.
Oh, okay. So sign all the way across. Okay. Okay, thanks. I gotta write that down. Sorry.
¿A qué hora voy a salir hoy? Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much to the interpreter. We're confident he's our only guy, right? We're confident, officers, he's our only guy. No more Spanish? Okay. All right. We're good. Thank you so much to the interpreter. Have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Jackson, Jaden Jackson. And then Reggie Denny. We go to the chair. Where's Jaden Jackson? Oh, here it comes. And then Reggie Denny, will you please go to the chair just inside the door? You'll be after Mr. Jackson. All right. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Jaden Jackson, January 1st, 2005.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. You've been arrested on the following allegations. Aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol with a suspended license. That is a class 4 felony. Possession of a prohibited weapon. That's a class 4 felony. Resisting arrest as a class 6 felony. That's by physical force. And then the rest of these are misdemeanors. And that is extreme DUI, which is blood alcohol of 0.15 to 0.20, then DUI with blood alcohol of 0.08 or more, then simple DUI, which means while impaired to the slightest degree, failure to admit the carrying of a deadly weapon concealed on your person or in a vehicle when asked by a police officer, and passively resisting arrest as a class 1 misdemeanor. Based on what the police presented, there is probable cause for all of those crimes, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date will be in 6 days, which is June 2nd, 8:30 in the morning. It's a status conference in the downtown Superior Court with a preliminary hearing June 4th at 8:30 in the same court. Both of those are next week. The county attorney requested a $25,000 bond on you. I've looked at your criminal history and considered what you're accused of. It's the court's belief that a $5,000 secured appearance bond is appropriate. Also, I note that it does appear you have a 2023 felony conviction out of Cochise County that they may not have been aware of. And if that is true, then you are also a prohibited possessor. I've considered that as well. So your bond is $5,000. It is secured. If you post it, you must comply with all of your release conditions. That includes no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, no alcohol whatsoever, no driving whatsoever. Your license is currently suspended. I can see the current MBD records for that. So absolutely no driving. And no contact with the alleged victim. That's actually the police officers. Under the law, police officers are victims on resisting cases. So if you'll please sign on the pad for your release conditions, we're going to send your copy out.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I do have a question.
What's your question?
For the bond, you said it's 5,000 secured. What does that mean?
That means you can use a bail bond company to possibly post for less than that, but they want collateral, generally around 10%. No, sorry, they want collateral for the full amount, then they want a fee, which is typically around 10%, and you don't get the fee back. So you have to have collateral, and you have to pay them a fee. There's phones you can use in the back. You call them select. The officers have lists of numbers you can use.
Okay.
The bail bondsman will collect calls. They'll walk you through what they want. You can call more than one bail bondsman if you want.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and sign on the pad for your paperwork, and we'll get you a copy. And just wait 1 second. We make sure it's confirmed. Okay, great. If you step out to your left, they're going to send that out, please. Okay, let's go with Mr. Denny. Reggie Denny, please. So everybody has to think, do we have to finger sign? That didn't occur to me. Okay. So well, and maybe it's to keep it from turning into an implement. And back in the day, we used to have, they were right there. So if the person were to tear the pen out, I mean, somebody would be right on them. Okay. Hi, Mr. Denny. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Reg Denny, 2/7/1996.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Denny, you're here on a warrant from the West McDowell Justice Court, where you have a pending case. You've been charged with DUI 4 different ways, all of which are class 1 misdemeanors. That's while impaired to the slightest degree, blood alcohol of 0.08 or more, extreme DUI, which is blood alcohol 0.15 to 0.20, and super extreme DUI, which is blood alcohol 0.20 or more. They're all class 1 misdemeanors, and you already have a lawyer in this case. You're going to be arraigned on this warrant in the West McDowell Justice Court June 2nd, which is this Tuesday, 8:30 in the morning. The address is on your paperwork. Your bond is, again, $2,500 secured in this case with written release conditions. I'll let you read those for yourself. If you'll sign on the pad, we'll give you a copy.
What was the last part?
I said I will let you read. The conditions are the same as they have been in prior warrants. I'm saying if you'll just sign on the pad with your finger all the way across, please. Okay. Wait 1 second while we confirm that it's captured. Yes. Okay, thank you. If you go ahead and step out to your left, sir, we'll send out your paperwork. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Mr. Flynn, Ryan Flynn. Where is Mr. Flynn? Mr. Flynn has a white t-shirt. There we go. Okay. After Mr. Flynn will be Mark Oliveri. If you please go to the chair. All right, sir. Podium, please. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Ryan Vincent Flynn, April 10th, 1990.
All right, thank you. Mr. Flynn, you are here on a warrant from Santa Cruz County. This is listed as Santa Cruz County Justice Court. We send this in Nogales? Yeah. That's where they go, okay. Okay, thanks. So this is from the Nogales Justice Court in Santa Cruz County, where it is a failure to appear in warrant. Looks like you've been charged there with dangerous drug possession, a class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia possession, a class 6 felony, and resisting arrest, a class 6 felony. This warrant was issued April 10th of 2026. You already have counsel there. Let me just double check what ours is saying. If I do mixed hearing, yeah, it still says Maricopa Public Defender. Okay, hold on. They'll give you a lawyer if they haven't already down in Santa Cruz County. Your court date there will be this Monday, June 1st. Today is Wednesday. So Monday, June 1st, 8:30 in the morning down in Nogales. The address is on your paperwork. Your bond, I'm just affirming the bond they set, which is $750 secured. So if you bond out, you have to be at this court in Nogales on Monday morning, or you'll lose your bond money and they will issue another warrant for your arrest. You have standard release conditions. If you'll please just sign on the pad with your finger and wait 1 second while we confirm that we captured your signature. We'll send out your copy. All right, give us 1 second.
So I can bond out from here?
Correct.
Okay, and so how does that work?
Got it.
I'm sorry.
No, I was making sure we got your signature.
So how does that work now? I can use a bondsman?
Yeah, well, yes, if you can get one to write a bond for $750, you have to talk to them. I'm not sure if they will, because it's a low amount for them. So, but you can call them, collect, ask them what they want. And if you know somebody who can bond for you, or you can bond yourself, talk to the DOs about, you know, how to self-bond, or what to tell friends and family about how to bond out here.
Okay,
but they are
my dad
tracking
in
you down.
California was gonna bond me out.
Okay, and it doesn't have to be instantly, so they'll tell you what to tell your dad
Okay,
about like who to call or whatever to get it set up.
okay.
All right, everything's on your paperwork. Don't miss your court date, or you lose your bond money, and the bond goes up. The more times you do this, the bond does nothing but go up.
Okay.
All right, if you step to your left, you get your paperwork.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Mr. Oliveri, Mark Oliveri. Oliveri, he's got a black t-shirt on, he's got a beard, he's probably about 35 years old. Actually, I think he's only, there he is, that's our guy. And then Stephanie Oden, will you go to the chair, please? Podium right there, sir? See the podium? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Yes, indeed. My name is Mark Dominic Allen James Oliveri.
I'm so sorry, I could not make that out.
My apologies. Mark Dominic Allen James Oliveri.
Oh, thank you. What is your date of birth?
December 17th, 1996, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You're here on a warrant from Dreamy Draw Justice. No, it's not a warrant. I apologize. It's a new case. You got arrested on a new case. It's going to go in the downtown Superior Court because you've been accused of criminal damage in an amount over $1,000, which makes it a Class 6 felony.
Yes, ma'am.
I am appointing a lawyer for you. You will meet that person at your next court hearing. What's that?
Can I say something, please? Before you go.
Well, yeah, you can. Yes,
Please.
go ahead.
Thank you so much. You listen to me. Okay, I would like to have a I would like to say something. I would like to have because I was thinking about this whole time, but I was wondering if I could go into pretrial services because I have done pretrial services before now. Let this say that.
Okay, I'm considering that, and so Ms.
because
Oliver,
I would like
what I
to
wanna see is
yes,
that you got.
I will not share that. I was wondering if you wanted me to have an ankle monitor or not, because I can have I want to
Okay.
take care of it because I want to get the job.
So probably
I
not.
want to get
So Mr. Oliveri,
Yeah,
don't
let's-
panic.
yes,
don't-
please.
I think you're
I feel
panicking.
responsible.
Try to listen,
And I
okay?
just did this. I just did.
Okay, try to listen, okay? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me
Please.
talk. All right. I am aware of your criminal history.
Give me a chance.
I know what you're accused of. It's a property crime. Here's what I
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
know.
And
If I release you,
yes, ma'am.
which I was thinking of doing,
Yes, ma'am.
will you go to court and will
Yes.
you stay away from this dispensary?
Yes, ma'am.
Stay away.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I really want you to do. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then yes, I will send you to pretrial services,
Yes.
okay? So now listen, because I'm
Thank
gonna give you more information.
Yes, ma'am.
Your court date is June 11th, which is 2 weeks from now. June 11th, it's gonna all be on your paperwork.
Yes, ma'am.
8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. I know you've been there before because you've got some criminal history.
I hear that.
Your preliminary hearing will be June 15th,
Thank you.
same court. Everything's on your paperwork.
Thank you.
So I'm not gonna make you wear an ankle monitor, not
Thank you.
right now, because it's a property crime and you're not accused of hurting anyone.
I'll never do that again. Thank
So-
you.
Do not go to that dispensary. It's that Mint dispensary. I put the address on your paperwork. No contact with their employees, no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. Okay, you're gonna get an envelope to call pretrial services. We don't have you meet with them on the way out the door.
I'll do myself.
don't-
I'll do the
Don't lose the envelope. I know you've done probation before. Don't lose the envelope when you get out. Open up the envelope, call the number, okay? They'll tell you how they want you to check in. It was not gonna be hard. It's not any harder than probation, okay? So just do that. Stay away from the dispensary.
Yes, ma'am.
Come to court, okay?
I will.
All right.
I will.
Go ahead and sign on the pad with your finger. Give us a second to make sure we captured your signature.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, give us 1 second.
He's willing to sign.
Oh, yeah, try to sign all the way across
Okay.
with your finger. Because I guess too small, it won't work.
Do you see You see what I'm trying to sign?
It's okay if you're having trouble, we can just mark, it's okay if you don't sign, it's fine.
No, I am signing. I'm signing right
Okay.
now. Look, I am signing right
Did it
now.
work? Okay, great, it worked. So if you please go have a seat, we're gonna print it up and send out your copies.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
ma'am. You won't be sorry.
All right, good luck. Ms. Oden, Stephanie Oden, and then Sean Golden, will you go to the chair? Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Stephanie Oden, 8/30/84.
Okay, thanks. You're hearing a warrant from Goodyear City Court. Oh, I just got your public access. Hold on one second. I did this before I saw it. Give me 1 second. Okay. Did not contain any surprise. All right, you've been arrested on a warrant from Goodyear City Court. You've been charged there with driving on a suspended license, which is a class 1 misdemeanor, and they've added a misdemeanor charge of failing to appear in a misdemeanor case, which is itself a class 2 misdemeanor. And I'm going to send you to the Goodyear City Court on June 10th, which is exactly 2 weeks from today, 1 in the afternoon. The address in Goodyear is on your paperwork. And I'm planning to release you. Are you just in stripes because there was a problem with your clothing, or are you here on something else?
No, that's
Just a clothing issue?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure you were actually getting out, because sometimes I wouldn't be doing you a favor if I released you if you're stuck in on a different case. I just want to make sure you
I
weren't
don't
stuck
think
in.
so.
Okay. So I'm releasing you. It looks like a first failure to appear from a citation or summons. This is how many people find out that it's a lot better to go to court than blow off a summons. So, or a citation. So go to court. If you don't, we're going to have a record that shows this isn't enough to motivate you to go to court. You're presumed innocent, but you have to show up. So just comply with your release conditions. They're all very basic. Don't drive without a valid license. That's one of them. And don't miss your court date. Okay, will you do that? Okay, great. Will you please sign on the pad with your finger? And then we should like make a plan to disinfect that regularly, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, we'll make sure it's captured. It did not. Can we try one more time, please? All the way across?
It's like hard to do it.
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a finger thing. No?
Try it.
All right.
Okay. Better?
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you so much. If you go ahead and set you up, we're going to send that out. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Golden, where's Mr. Golden? And then Mr. Moreno, if you go to the chair, you'll be last. Right here, sir. Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Yes, Sean Golden, 1177.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Golden, you're here on a warrant from Santan Justice Court, where you've been charged with criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. It's a class 3 misdemeanor. Are you having trouble hearing me?
No, I have problems hearing sometimes, so I'm just turning to be able to hear.
Let me just shut the door, cuts the echo.
I can't hear you. It says they're a little plugged up right now. That's
Gotcha. No
and
problem.
I'd like to say I apologize for everything. It's
I'm already planning to release you. It's okay.
I know, but
All right.
still, I am sorry because I did try to make it to court that day, and I did reschedule it, and I just misread the date, and then I just messed up and
so
whatever. I'm sorry.
This warrant went out February 13th of 2026. I can see in your case history, we get a little bit more for justice courts. I saw that you called in once, that you'd gotten a court date in whatever. Look, it's a misdemeanor. It's the lowest class of crime on the books. You have voluntarily shown up at least once. More than once, you put in a defense motion to continue. You have not been ignoring them, and it's a class 3 misdemeanor. So I'm releasing you. Go get straight with them. Show up. I don't think you're a public menace, and hopefully you'd rather show up than have this ugly surprise in a few weeks. So I'm fairly confident you'll go to court. You've done it before, and nobody likes being arrested. So go. You're not convicted yet. Stay away from this location, wherever this was. Don't go there, and don't miss your court dates, okay? It's June 9th at 9 in the morning, which is, what day is it? It's close to 2 weeks from now. Tuesday, June 9th, 9 in the morning, Santan Justice Court. It's all on your paperwork, okay?
Yes, the problem is that I don't have no transportation and I have no way to get there.
And I'm well aware that those can be issues, and that's why particularly on a class 3 criminal trespass, I will give people more chances than I ever would for a felony or something.
Sure.
So that's not a crime that implies that you're a public menace. So please go to court. For failure to appear on these, I typically do about $50 if it's like fourth time, sometimes third, depends on the scenario.
Mhm.
But I'll give people at least 2 do-overs. And you've gone before. I know you know how to go.
I've tried to
There's no
get there,
reason to hold
you know.
Please go.
I'm sorry.
All right, just if you sign with on the pad with your finger, let's make sure we get it captured.
Yes, no,
Let's think it is. No?
no.
Press harder? Yeah, one more time. I don't want people to have to spend a bunch of time trying. We can cut it off. Got it, thank you. So we're gonna print that up, we'll send it out to you. All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Moreno, you can come in. You've got a little preamble, says I'm gonna make you sign with your fingers. Okay, we'll try a couple times if we can capture it, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? If we can get people understanding the program. All right, sir, may I have your full name and your date of birth?
Anthony Moreno, 2/21/2002.
Thank you, Mr. Moreno. You are here on a new case and a probation hold. In the new case, you were arrested for unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. It's a Class 5 felony and reckless driving, Class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for both of those things, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date in the new case, let me double check, it's going to be different than the probation case. So in the new case, your court dates are in 2 weeks. The first one is a status conference, June 11th at 8:30 in the morning. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow, June 11th. Then your preliminary hearing will be Monday, June 15th at 8:30 in the morning in downtown Phoenix. The address is on your paperwork.
Okay.
You are on probation for a Class 4 felony. There was an early termination petition pending in your case, but you remain on probation. So the probation department will be filing a petition to revoke your probation in that case based on this new arrest. You'll get a copy of a petition to revoke from your lawyer at your next court date. I am appointing a lawyer for you, and probation moves faster, so your court date in probation is next week. It is 1 week from today, Wednesday, June 3rd at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. So that one is coming up first. Now, in your case, I am not thrilled with what you're accused of. There appears to be a decently strong weight of evidence against you. It's not as bad as what the other guy was accused of, I will say, and you're not accused of hurting anyone. So I am going to, with a deep breath, release you back to the supervision of your probation officer. You have been in contact with him. Clearly, you've been compliant or you would not be pending early termination. So I know you know how to follow court orders. I want you to do that. You must call your PO within 72 hours of any release from jail. That's a standard term of your probation. We remind you on your release orders and we give you the phone number. So comply with all of that. Do not miss your court dates and do not forget, Mr. Moreno, right, this new felony case, just because you've been compliant on probation, that does not mean there will be a warrant issued for your arrest. You miss one court date under these kinds of circumstances, you are on probation. We're definitely giving you a bond if you miss a court date. Okay, everything's in your paperwork. Does he need to sign twice? Okay, got to sign twice. So let's just go first, and we'll tell you when to go again.
Can you sign number 2?
Yeah, that's me. Sorry, no, it's me. That's me.
Anthony, go ahead and sign again.
Yeah. That's why there's so many people in court, is because everybody's watching this is the first hearing where we've tried to use the signature pad in 5 years. So that's why it's such a crowd. Okay, again, next one, okay. Oh, you got both? Okay, if you're going to have a seat, we'll send out your paperwork. Thank you. All right, no house call? Muy bien, thank you all. Then we are in recess and till 2 p.m. Thank you.